Hello, everybody, and welcome to the inventory. I'm your host, Detective Johan, and with me today I have my usual co-host, SPNati, or ENanon, or Spinanon, however you want to say it. Why don't you say hi?
Hello.
And I've got two returning guests. One a former mod on the social Discord, one the one that took his place. Why don't you two say hi?
Hello.
Hello.
Well,
You guys say
introduce
your
which of
names?
you is which.
Yeah,
No.
okay.
You go first. Go ahead.
Okay. So I'm Mystic Knight. I've been on here twice before, and this is time 3. And yeah, I am the new mod, baby mod.
And I'm SNSJ or Nessie or whatever you want to say. I'm also third-time guest on here.
Okay.
That's that.
So that's introductions out of the way. Let's get on to the changes in the game. We had, let's see here, quite a few changes in the testing tables. Sheena was added to the main game. I believe she's the only character that got sponsored since last time. Why don't you guys share your thoughts on her?
So I've never seen Sheena before. Like, I haven't played her source game or anything. But being like a busty ninja is always a great draw. So starting on a good foot there already. It's by Horse Killer, who made Katria, and Horse Killer's like a really, really good Kisekai artist, but he's also really good at photoshopping parts in that look like they're made from Kisekai. And it really helps, just sell the outfit of the character. The model's very visually well done. The posing is really nice as well. Horse Killer's also taken on the new like variable tests. So he's played around with using like checking what day it is and making lines towards that, and just using like the more intricate parts of the dialogue system really well. And overall, I think Sheena was like really, really well done. I like just about every part of her, and just a great ad overall.
Yeah, I need to like start testing the backgrounds so we can comment on what's just in the middle of the street. I think I'll just have them assume that like anything weird like that is just like a hologram, like the holodeck or something.
Yeah, I haven't thought about background testing yet because I always play on the default background, so I don't even know what other options there are.
Well, the default background got improved to look like an actual bar instead of a stage. So it looks great now.
Yeah,
Shout out to
Zeus himself.
Hey, Simha.
Yeah, new background's great. Like I used to like only play with the hot springs one, but now I just alternate between the two actually.
I mean, like, there's a big difference between like people that would like play strip poker in like a private room in a bar, and then like people that would do it on the fucking street.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
like 100 people watching them.
Yeah, it's a bit thinking
excessive. Yeah.
Well, that's the curse of Dranky for you. That's his legacy.
Bless that man.
His curse haunts us to this very day. Anyway, I couldn't tell which of you guys that was speaking. I think that was Mystic speaking, right?
Yeah, I haven't said anything.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I never played the old Sheena. I always thought she looked weird. Like her previous model was really weird, yeah. But
That's
I really
a
like
good point, by the way, is that Sheena used to be in the game.
Yeah, she used to be in the game. She got kicked off, and well, she came back. She looks really good now. And
I think it was a popularity poll that called her.
I thought she had. I think it was actually she didn't have enough lines.
Yeah, I think she had the lowest line count in the game, unless I'm thinking of a different character.
That's Melina.
Maybe I might be thinking of Melina.
I think she got kicked off for popularity. Yeah.
No, because it was like Shaza, Sheena, and then like some other Sola. Like they all began with S.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's a good way to remember it.
Yeah, I have the sheet here right now, and she got removed for popularity.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Yeah, definitely a major improvement.
Yeah,
Even though I only
definitely.
saw like the old model, yeah, like I said, Horse Killer is just so great and making good-looking things. It's so good.
Yeah, he's really good. Good stuff.
All right, Span. What about you?
Yeah, I haven't played with much, but I thought just like the first impressions, like a lot of her art has a lot of good personality. You kind of at first I didn't really get that she was like kind of treating the whole game like a battle, like from her game or something. But I think that sort of became more apparent over time. I think she like summons spirits now or whatever as part of her sequence. So there's a lot of personality to her sprites and some of the poses that she has. And she has like a too where she like uses magic to like spin a card around and
Yeah, that's a really good one.
just pretty
Yeah.
charming in general. I think both of his characters, so Sheena and Katria, they're like examples of how you can get a lot out of like you don't need like thousands and thousands of lines to have like a really solid product.
Yeah, this Sheena has almost 800 lines. It's like, wow. He's still a really good character. And I didn't really notice it was so low. But yeah,
Yeah.
good example. You're right.
I'm a fan of a lot of her facial expressions. I can be guilty of liking the cartoony eyes, though.
To each
I think
their
people
own.
were complaining that like her epilogue was a little tame, but
Oh yeah,
adding on
like
to that.
Horse Killer said that it's basically a joke. And yeah, he is working on a proper, sexy
Yeah.
fun time epilogue
I
to
think
go
he,
with it.
he even asked about trying to make it so you have to unlock the first one to get the second one, but I don't think that's possible at the moment, so he might
I
just...
Not
don't think
yet.
that's necessary.
Yeah, he's probably just going to extend the one that's in-game now.
As it stands, like the current epilogue, it kind of reminds me of like the old sort of style of making epilogues, which is where like it would be a little setup for what was going to happen, but either like because of style differences or they just didn't know how to depict it, it kind of like stopped right before the sex started to happen. Like that
So
was
less visual, yeah. More
there was always
up to
just
the
like an
imagination what
invitation to
happened.
do it, and then like the rest was your imagination.
Yeah.
If you look at a lot of like the really old epilogues, it was kind of like that.
Hmm. Yeah, I remember like spending days trying to beat Asuna for her epilogue and being very disappointed.
It's
But
sad,
yeah.
man.
I think like Marceline's epilogue is a good example of that.
Never gotten that one.
Yeah,
I do think
she,
it would
she
be-
like brings her friend and you're like about to bang, but you don't see anything, and it just stops right before it happens.
The old blue ball.
Yeah, so the Virgin Marceline, and then the Chad Jura, where she just like invites her girlfriend for a threesome, and the whole thing happens.
Oh yeah.
Alright. Characters added to testing. We got first is Croix from Little Witch Academia.
I think it's Craw.
No, it's
Bro.
not. I've watched the show.
I
Wait,
actually had
seriously?
to like watch the clips of the English dub to figure out how her name was pronounced, and I've already forgotten it.
I'm pretty sure it's Croix.
Yeah, like the Japanese is like Crowy or something strange like that. I don't know. I'm just gonna call her. I don't even know what I'm gonna call her. I think I'm gonna
Just call her
Chloe.
Chloe.
Chloe?
Chloe.
Okay, we'll call her
No.
Chloe.
What are you, 4 kids?
Perhaps.
Okay, so thoughts on Croix.
She looks really good. Like I really I don't know anything about the show, but I like the model and poses are pretty good as well. So that's
Yeah, so just
what
like
yeah.
oh god, what was her name? Just like the Lotte model, like it feels really accurate to the show. The model. That's like really well done again.
Wait, I should look it up.
Yes.
Oh yeah, her art's like fantastic. All her poses,
Oh, yeah.
posing and stuff. Oh, I love the way she
It
looks.
looks really accurate. Yeah, wow. Okay.
I think the little phone box is the name of the user who made the model.
Yeah, phone box, right?
Yeah, his models are always pretty great. I think this is, besides the alt for Weiss's Halloween, this is the first time his model's gotten into the game. They're pretty dope.
Yeah.
Doing good work. Yeah.
Yeah. I played Croy. God, I played Croy once. I was a little bit. I had a bit mixed feelings about like her character arc. In the show, she follows a character arc of like nice and cool. And then you find out it's kind of a front, and then she's actually a bit of an asshole. And then she softens up by the end. And I was thinking like that I expected her to follow a similar arc in SPNati. But she kind of starts from the middle, and you get a little bit of that soft side towards the end. And at first I was just like, oh, yeah, I would have liked I would have liked to see a 3-stage arc where she does start off with like this kind of fake personality. But the more I thought about it, the more I thought, no, it's okay doing this. Like she gets right in. She's really, I don't know if I say aggressive or like maybe assertive's the right word, but she really comes on to you as the thing. And maybe that's just the thing that put me off. But the more I thought about it, the more I thought, that's okay for SPNati. You probably don't have enough time to go through all 3 parts of her personality, and it's probably better just to get into the real meat of it like that. Yeah.
In my test game, she kind of like bounced around a little bit, where I'm not in the typical sense where like her personality changed, but like I wasn't sure how much of like her flirting was just like, oh, I'm just trying to like build up energy, like get energy from arousal emotions, she said. And like how much of it is like her just she's getting into it, and how much of it is like, oh, maybe this is getting a little too real for me, because she like starts to sweat in some poses. I feel like she just kind of needs to like pick a direction to take and like towards the end and sort of stick with that a little closer.
Well, I think she's trying to do that, so maybe it just needs to be like made very clear, because that does seem right. That at first she's doing it for quote unquote professional reasons, but she starts to lose control of the situation and get into it herself. That seems like what he should be, what she should be going for. And maybe it's just that the execution can be cleaned up a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of character arcs are hard to do because it depends on how long it takes them to sort of get to their final strip sequence. Because if they lose really badly, then it's going to seem like really abrupt.
Yeah,
definitely.
I think like also in terms of character arcs, you'll have like even a character that doesn't go through like even before an arc, they can express like, how do I word this without sounding stupid? Like the character is still the same character before and after the arc, and they'll express the same emotions in different ways. Does that make sense, or am I just sounding like an idiot?
No, it does. Like you don't fundamentally change a character. But exactly, they just change how they express how they feel at a certain time.
Anyway, Dan, do you have anything else you want to say, or Dan?
Hello. No. Nothing. I got nothing.
SPNati?
SPNati? Hello.
What? Oh.
Do you have anything else you want to say?
What happened? No.
All right.
Sorry, there was something in one of the chats that someone asked about Ryuko, so I was typing that.
Right.
Priorities.
So I watched Little Witch Academia while ago. I think Croix is a pretty fun character. I like her poses a lot. I like the cubes. I didn't really remember her dialogue too much. It's not bad or anything. I played her like when she first came out, and so I've forgotten some of it. Next character to get added to testing was Chihiro Fujisaki from Danganronpa.
And suddenly we have what's it? Trap
support.
functionality. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think he has the smallest penis in the game.
I
Yeah.
It
think
is
so.
very small.
It varies.
Like in terms, like how many would it take to reach like Metaton size?
What's the conversion ratio? Oh.
I can check
30
if you
Chihiros
want.
for 1 Metaton.
Anyway,
He also has chicken legs, and I think he might be the
Yeah,
smallest character in general.
Chihiro is a very, very small boy.
That's accurate, right? So
yeah,
I think so. Like Chihiro is like peak twink.
I think he goes even beyond twink at that point.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna need a big male symbol on the character select screen like Metaton.
Only if you're a coward.
He
So
has
people
one, I think.
Somebody already bitched about it on Aiko. Like I thought Chihiro was a girl.
Immediately,
read.
they're just like, "Oh my god, I didn't see it was a male," and then I got a dick in my face. Great.
Yeah.
Seems like a
Thanks,
bonus to
Anon.
me.
That's the whole point of the character. So
I mean, you know,
Yeah,
dude, if you don't,
that's the
it
draw.
does say he's male. So, you know, why did you pick a character you don't know and like not read their description, figure out who the fuck they are?
well,
very brave.
in game, wait, in the select screen it says he's female.
No,
Wait, does it?
says
I thought
says
Viz
he's male
changed
for
that.
me.
It's in my local version right now. I a bit ago. I'll check.
On the online version, it's male.
Oh, okay.
So,
And his description
Just
says
my
he's
old
male.
offline version then. Yeah, it's male. Okay, my bad.
so what do you guys think of Chihiro?
Nobody's
I
dick
like
is
that
that
Viz
small.
from-
Not even Small Dick Johnson. He's fucking small dick. It's the name.
Oh, whew.
Not even
I like
micro penis.
it is so small. I think it was like even smaller before, while it was in development or something. And then people were like, "Whoa, that is way too small."
Wait, how? Yeah, barely be visible.
Yeah, maybe not while on erect. I think when erect, it was like smaller than, like way smaller than his hand or something. People were like, "Whoa, hold on a second, that is way too small." But like, micropenis aside, I like that Viz releases a new character to flex whenever he adds like new engine things to the game.
Yeah. He's got,
I do genuinely
pose
like it
engine that
as
I
a
can't
display.
figure the fuck out.
Yeah, the pose engine was a gift from the gods. I'm very much appreciative of that.
I still don't know how it works.
I haven't
I
even
don't
looked
get it.
at
I feel like it's just like a stripped down version of the epilogue maker, but maybe that's just me.
Yeah, well, I've made like 5 epilogues in the new epilogue maker now, and I get how that works, but this is eluding me.
Get with the times, old man.
I haven't used
Right.
either yet, so hey.
All I want to do is just like take my old GIF poses and just like turn them into sequences of sprites, and I can't figure out how to make the previous sprites disappear. They just like stack on top of each other.
You can turn you can set up an animation to turn the opacity to 0. I think Viz actually implemented an easy way to do that, but SPNati Edit
Do you
hasn't.
have to do that?
For now, I think. Like I said,
Doesn't make
Viz was
sense.
talking about an easier way to do it that SPNati Edit didn't put in. Maybe we'll see in the future.
Yeah, I think I'll just let them work out the kinks for now.
Yeah,
Pun
I
intended.
sort of wished I did that, but that's for later. Anyway, I like. So Chihiro uses the new pose thing to do like a couple of neat little animations. He has a pretty big gimmick where he runs away in the middle of the game and leaves basically an AI to play for him.
That's
for
not
one
his real
stage.
gimmick.
Yeah, no.
2.
Yeah, 2. Yeah, I like the way it's done. It's very small for file size, so from a mechanical sense, well done, Viz.
All the images are
He's
really
small
small.
in file size because he's like the smallest character.
Well, yeah, there you go. He's just like Viz is a genius, maximizing file size every possible way.
Futaba could fucking dunk on this guy.
Oh boy.
I don't know.
Yeah.
He couldn't block Natsuki on the court.
Oof. Dialogue wise, I felt Chihiro started strong with the dialogue. I liked how not into the game he is. Like he spends a lot of the time thinking about his programming exploits and like all this techno babble that I don't understand. And that feels right for the character. And I really enjoyed it. I wish there was more of that. Because as I got to like the middle and the late game, I felt like Chihiro just stopped saying things altogether.
Yeah, I kind of forgot
A
he
lot
was
of the
there.
lines felt really short, and yeah, he didn't hold much of a presence.
That's tough to do with shy characters, but you need to show a little like sexual interest. I feel like you could probably play up the whole like insecure about his masculinity thing a little bit more. That's a thing, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's
big
that's why I
spoilers
dressed
for
like a girl.
Danganronpa. His insecurity on his masculinity gets him fucking killed.
Well, to be fair, he is wearing a dress. Maybe you should consider something else.
He's not wrong. I think the man's got a point.
If you're insecure about your masculinity, get some like leather boots.
Just dress like one.
Belt buckle.
Yeah.
But mostly the other way around. Insecure, so he wears it. But it's a bit complicated, I guess.
So
play the game, it's good.
Yeah, play Danganronpa.
I think some of his like programming references, like that's not a bad start for like how do I make this character interesting. It kind of reminds me of my first attempt to make Maya's dialogue a little bit more interesting. It's just like, oh, I'll have a bunch of like piloting terminology that I'll throw in there. But it does start to get old a little bit. So you want something a little more there's a little more subtle than that.
Hey,
well, again, I think it's appropriate for Chihiro to just like try to divorce himself from the game in the early stages. At one point, I said about Hanako that I didn't like that. Towards the end of the game, she'll just start thinking about dinner, like super calm, just completely unfazed. Just man, what should I have for dinner? I feel like that's a really weird way to go around a shy character wanting to distance themselves from
the game. She's not meant to be doing that at endgame. She's meant to be doing that very early, so that's a bug on my part.
Yeah. But yeah, I feel like voicing out these sort of just having if you want to do a shy character and you don't want them to be super hella into it, I think that voicing like normal things like that is an okay way to go about it. And yeah, it really sells that they are the ultimate programmer. I just do wish, maybe not it happened more, but it happens more throughout the game at least. Because again, but I got about to the middle or the end of Chihiro, and you just felt like you ran out of things to say.
You cut off me.
Ooh. Yeah, just saying, I think spread that out a little more. Because towards the end, I just felt like Chihiro stopped saying things.
Yeah, I'd agree with you on that. Especially in his forfeit stage, I felt like he was mostly just like one word and like onomatopoeias.
Mm.
But overall, I think he was a really accurate version of that character. I think of all the people who could have written a coder or a programmer for the game, Viz was probably the best person who could have done that.
Yeah.
I I like that first Johan breaks the no self-insert rule, and then Viz is immediately like, "Whoa, man, I got to get in on this action."
Up next.
Wait, is Viz a trap?
Up next.
I mean, we don't know that he's not a trap.
SPNati writes Piccolo.
Ooh, the dream.
What?
Up next is when you write Piccolo.
I don't think that's ever gonna happen.
Now you're cutting off for me.
Up next
says
is
you're
when
gonna
you
write
write Piccolo.
Does Piccolo have a dick? We never confirmed this.
No, he's like a slim, right?
Not if you write.
This is important.
I guess he would have to in order to be in the game. I mean, he can grow another. He can regrow his arm, so maybe he can grow a dick.
He just has like a, it's like a lizard tail just for his dick. Uses it as a distraction sometimes.
I mean, why would he have a penis? They reproduce asexually.
Yeah,
They just spit eggs out of their mouths.
we're splendid too.
Like he only drinks water, so that's like all he consumes. So like, why would he pee it out?
All right. Next
Does
up
Piccolo
is,
have an asshole?
I don't want to think about that. Two characters return.
Is it just smooth down his ass crack? Like, how does this work? I know he has.
Better
He
not
must
be.
have a
How
green
else is
ass.
he going to deliver the daily dose?
The daily toe. If you go by the daily dose, he has a dick.
Well, I like to imagine that Toriyama wants to make that canon, but he's not allowed because of legal. That's my headcanon.
Toriyama has said plenty of weird shit in interviews recently. He could totally just throw that out there. That Piccolo has a dick.
All right.
He's like 80. You think he cares?
I hope not.
Make shit up. He made up a whole explanation about Super Saiyans because like they just asked him about it. Like he never fucking thought about it.
Oh
He
yeah,
made Super Saiyan because he didn't want to
together on
color Goku's hair.
doesn't it have like something like S cells or something or Z cells?
Yeah,
or
but
whatever?
like I can guarantee that's the first fucking time he thought about it because he's like, oh, I guess I need an explanation. Something about S cells. He
Anyway,
was not concerned with that at all.
we've got two characters returning to the testing tables. The first one is Twilight Sparkle with a very new model. All right, what do you guys think about it?
Well, one anon on 4chan doesn't like it. Thinks her fringe looks really bad. That's
That
about
means
it.
it has to be terrible.
He also thought that Futaba looked like Hank Hill.
I mean, the fringe, it's a bit big, but I really like the update. And Twilight as a character, I really started liking her. Like way back when she was first put in the game, I didn't care. I didn't like her. I watched the show a long time ago, and I never cared for her there. I never cared for her in SPNati. But I've really grown to like her. They're doing good work.
Yeah, so I've never watched My Little Pony, and I didn't play with Twilight. I played with Twilight once or twice before her rework. Before her rework. Like she's not the kind of character I tend to like. So I don't know. I have a hard time forming a clear opinion on whether or not I like her rework compared to her previous model. So I don't have much to say about this one.
All right, Span, what about you? Span?
We lost into the void.
Again, I think I said this on the last podcast, but like the My Little Pony characters are so like happy and upbeat and not really the kind of thing I go for. So yeah, I haven't
that's
gotten
fair.
around to playing her again because I it's the kind of thing where I figure like Horse Cat is like a literal artist and does drawings. Like it's probably fine. Like, do I really need to test it? I'm sure she's good.
Yeah. So one thing I did notice, she
Actually,
does have a couple of hand-drawn poses that are really good.
artists get that, like, they basically get a cheat code where they can do that crazy stuff. It's like, man, I want that though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like why be mouse when you can just be like, oh, I'll fucking draw it,
Yeah.
and it looks better. Looking at her now, I do think like her fringe looks kind of like weirdly wide. Like I think like they were going for the source accuracy, but I think it just didn't kind of pan out really well. It kind of looks like she has like a purple hard hat.
I'm looking at it right now, and I really don't see any problem with it.
I think I agree with SPNati where they could just make it more of a circle that hugs her head, and it'd probably look a little nicer. It sort of just spills out to the side.
It's coming off of her head like pretty far in sort of like a weird way.
I played.
I'm looking at Remilia's description, by the way, and it's too long.
Oh.
Yeah, her height got kind of broken once I made a couple changes. I'll have to look into it.
I played Twilight a lot back in the early days of SPNati, and I really liked her. And I think this update was done to kind of make her more in style with Pinky. And honestly, I don't think the fringe has any issues. I think that she's just a straight upgrade over the Twilight we had before. I'm really looking forward to seeing more of her.
Same. I agree with that. Yeah. Shit. Sorry.
Can't believe Nessie just died.
Is
Remelia. Too excited to start throwing stuff.
Remelia.
He's Dutch. He just like banged his head off the ceiling.
No, our houses are made to be taller, so we don't bang our head every time.
And
yeah,
they
you
really
have like
got
9-foot door frames.
Yeah, basically.
So we actually have the person who was in charge of the Remelia update with us. So Mystic, why don't you go into this?
Why don't you explain all of Touhou to us?
Ah, yes. I'm glad you've come here to join me for Touhou casts.
Oh, no.
Give us the quick rundown.
No, I have work in, like...
Touhou has a plot that literally doesn't matter, and it's about, like, cute girls shooting each other with magic that comes in really fancy patterns. And then after they beat each other up, they
doing cute things?
Cute girls doing shooty things.
Yeah, cute girls doing shooty things. And that's really all you need to know about Touhou.
That sounds like my kind of stuff. Fine.
Yeah. So Remilia's rework was.
I don't think I've ever watched an anime where like nobody died.
You're not from an anime.
Yeah, it's a game.
Yeah, I'm just.
It's
saying,
a lot of
like
games.
Oh, that's what my mind went to. Whatever.
It's like 15
Your boy
games,
SPNati
right?
needs his edge. It's a lot of games.
It's just
like
the thought of like cute girls doing cute things, and I'm like, I don't think I've ever watched was like that.
We gotta get you to watch at least one, just for the experience, even though it's like a true proper waste of time. Yeah. So Remilia's rework was prompted by the new posing and stuff. For a while, I've been getting not really complaints, but people have been like, "Oh, the maid doesn't really do anything. She just stands there. She has very few lines. She doesn't add very much." And before, it was mostly because of like space issues. I couldn't give her multiple expressions because like that would literally multiply my file size. So I was a bit sort of like, nothing can really be done. And then, Viz made it so that wasn't a problem, and I'm just like, great, I have to fix things now. So Remelia has a new model for her maid, Sakia. It's done by Odin. I think he did a pretty good job with giving her like actual expressions that I can use. So the bit, and also I just wanted to like play around with the different animations and things that the engine lets you do. So Remelia herself got a bunch of animations. She got some idle animations for her later stages. She also got like some one-off animations for her stripping. And yeah, slowly I'll work through giving Sakia actual dialogue so she doesn't just stand there and do nothing the whole game. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Will she stop time and trigger Jotaro's PTSD?
I mean, she stopped times. So I actually took inspiration from how Black did Jotaro's time stopping. Like he does this cool like color shift, really sudden, really punchy to fit how Star Platinum does it. And I sort of borrowed that fade to gray, things that can move, stay in color for my animations, and I think it looks nice. I hope it looks nice. Yeah, if Jotaro wants to just be like, oh my god, another time-stopping vampire, maybe he already does that. But if he wants to go all in, just let me know. We'll do some fun stuff.
All right, so Nessie, what do you think of the update?
Well, I never played Vermilion much, but
Oh,
it's good. Yeah, sorry.
so
No, but I think she's good. She's fun, and like the new model for Sakia is really good. Like she's really cute. I'm looking forward to doing more with her. And I think that if giving her more lines and everything works, it would be a good example of a true tandem character. Like really two characters in one.
Two.
Sounds interesting to me. So
Mm.
yeah. Like I know nothing about Toho, but the girls are
I
cute, so
tried.
that's good.
Anytime I try to
That's
understand
all that
Toho,
matters.
I walk away with less knowledge and more questions.
You sort of have to like turn your brain off and ride the wave.
I'm just there for the bullet hell. It's bullet hell with cute images. That's all. Like I never even bothered with the story. A few times that I did
What a
try.
man of culture.
Also,
Alright.
I've said it before, but her epilogue is really good. I really like it.
Oh yeah, short and sweet.
Yeah, like oh god, that took me a while to get through. Um, the new epilogue engine was really fun to play with, but like I have to think so much about how to do things. Because it turns out animating still images isn't easy. You have to like you would think with like Kisakai being this paper doll joint moving app, you'd be pretty good at making things move. But oh my god, it's a pain in the ass.
It doesn't seem
Get
very
bugs.
intuitive at first, but
Yeah.
you kind of like figure out what you're supposed to do to like get what you're picturing in your head to work.
Oh yeah, it's definitely doable, but man, I have to do a lot of thinking to get everything together.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it was
mostly
real fun.
stuff like forgetting to say wait for animations on like a camera movement, so like it doesn't flow quite right and stuff like that.
Yeah, little bits and
Reminds
pieces.
me a lot of the old days of making shitty anime things in Microsoft PowerPoint on my school laptop back in middle school.
Wait, that sounds great. I want to see some of Johan's old stuff made in PowerPoint now.
Dude, I'll look for it. It was like a shitty Dragon Ball Z PowerPoint thing with a ton of original characters, do not steal. And they were made of like the thing, like the circle and square, so they were really ugly looking, and they would just move with fucking Microsoft effects to get them to move across the screen. It was real bad. I'll see if I can find some, but that's not what this
Yeah,
is about.
I'm trying.
That's like such a Johan thing to make. Holy crap!
Yeah.
I'm trying Vermilion out right now, and yeah, like it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird how Sakuya doesn't like talk anymore.
It's not that she doesn't talk. So I haven't added any lines whatsoever yet. In fact, I've actually lost a line somewhere, and I don't know why.
Okay, she just spoke. Literally, the next
yeah.
click I did, she had a line.
She heard you.
She should still have a couple of lines at the start. But yeah, she still doesn't talk very much. That's sort of a work in progress thing. Another thing is that I haven't allocated Sakia's poses correctly. Because so how it works is Remy has a pose set and Sakia has a pose set. And so it would just be really easy for me to change literally every pose Remilia has. I just allocated like one Sakia pose to every Remilia pose, just sort of to like guess what Sakia's reaction would be. So a lot of times she'll say something, but she like her Sakuya's reaction will be completely off. And that's just something I have to do. Otherwise, I would literally have to play with like 121 poses every stage. And I don't really want to do that.
Coward.
Say what you will.
It'd be like 100 megabytes or something.
Oh, like the file size wouldn't change. It'd just be that her pose list would get so extraordinarily long.
Well, I'm excited to see more of her. I really liked her when I first played her. I still like her now. And I hope we get some more time-stopping shenanigans, because that's just my favorite shit.
Classic Johan. Never change.
I am who I am.
Yeah. That's
Alright. Next up is we got a lot of questions, but before we get to those, let's talk about the Valentine's alts. We got 10 new ones.
Yeah, a lot of ones. Yeah.
Let's go through these and pray that it doesn't take us 2 hours.
So yeah, it's a lot like the Halloween event from last year. Like a
Last
couple
year we
characters got alt skins, and then they were put up to the front of the roster.
I think last year we got 5, 6 maybe. This year we seem to have doubled that.
Yeah, they are a lot. Yeah.
They ran wild.
So let's start from the first and go down the line. The first one is an Eeny Miny alt. It is an alt skin that makes her look like Dahlia Hawthorne from Ace Attorney, made by Dorian. What do you guys share your thoughts on it?
I think it's a really neat idea. And yes, she is cute.
Yeah, she's cute. That's all I don't know anything about Ace Attorney. It looks good. And wait, what's she? Anyway.
It's an interesting alt, because I think this is I guess besides Dark Pit, this is the first alt that has just straight up gone and made a character look like an entirely different character. Like, Dorian showed me this alt, and I didn't have my glasses on, and I thought that he had just straight up made Dahlia Hawthorne.
Yeah, it looks really alike. Yeah.
Hold on, are you going to call Dark Pit a separate character from Pit?
Look, as a fan of Kid Icarus Uprising, they are different characters. Their allegiances are different. They act completely differently. They look similar, but that's because Dark Pit literally came out of them.
Where did Dark Pit come from?
Like a mirror that was making monsters, and Pit broke it by falling through, and that made Dark Pit happen.
It wasn't just like Pit listened to My Chemical Romance or something?
No, he's literally a copy of Pit. So yeah, I definitely understand why this alt got the first slot.
Yeah, is there any specific reason behind that, or is it just it's the best looking one, or what?
The mods decided it, so
Okay, yeah.
I guess it was up to them. Alright. The next character to get an alt is Maya Gisborne from Vandred. I don't know who this character is, so SPNati, why don't you tell us about how you were approached with this? Oh, your connection is dead.
Oh, rip. Okay.
Oh, SPNati? No. You would think this is he'd go above and beyond to talk about his waifu, but now is when his internet drops.
He got so excited the internet just got out.
Couldn't handle it.
Yeah.
Guess we'll just... Oh, there we go.
Hey,
he's back. The power of Maya rescued him.
Yeah, what was I all excited about?
Cupid Maya.
Oh,
Yeah.
you moved on already?
Why don't you talk about it?
Okay, well, I didn't actually make it. It was entirely the work of the Lonely Phone Box, who made Ghost Bride Weiss back for Halloween 2018. It was literally just he made it for fun, and then he was like, yeah, from Monster Girl Encyclopedia, whatever, I put Maya in it. And then he like started to describe them a little bit, how they were like kind of stoic and not good with words, and like they could like facilitate others' love, but they like didn't express it themselves very well. And I was like, okay, well, between that and the whole like men see women as monsters thing, and it kind of fits her pretty well. And he was like, oh yeah, you're right. So then he just slid into my DMs and was like, hey, can I make the costume for real? And I'm like, if you do all the work, then sure. So yeah, and I think she looks fucking great. And I wrote some dialogue for a strip sequence, and now she's nice and like, it's Valentine's Day. I should know more. Love her, and I want to marry her.
Never changed, man.
as expected.
I updated her male epilogue to go along with her female one, so it now uses the new epilogue engine and saves space despite having more scenes. So if you
Technology.
What are you gonna
ever
do
what
with all that space?
couple more poses. I know, it's only like
yeah.
kilobytes worth that she still has, but it's a couple poses.
Yeah. Every
That's
little
like
bit matters.
maybe 10 poses. So it's
Yeah.
enough for a whole other like emotion set.
Yeah.
Ooh. Exciting.
Anyway, yeah. Yeah, go test out that epilogue. Make sure I didn't like give it any bugs by accident. If you ever wanted to put your dick between Maya's tits, now you can.
I'd rather have my skull between her thighs, but okay.
Well, that's pretty enticing.
Do you want me to add a scene where you eat her out?
Yes.
I feel like she wouldn't a man near her vagina, like his teeth.
What is she, a coward?
Where
She's a
there's a
woman
will,
that's
there's
been-
way.
She's a woman who's been raised to believe they're monsters.
Fair.
Hey,
I also, after a whole year of her just like cutting off the blowjob at like doing the Samus thing where like the dick is off screen, now she like actually sucks it on camera.
So this is the power of character editor instinct.
Like
We're truly living in the
what
future.
What I've been exploiting the most, if you just have the or so, and then like slowly it kind of a little bit, which makes it feel a lot more real. And then also you can do like it used to be like, looked the best because you had to do a bunch of heavy image editing to like make missionary work
Oh yeah.
or whatever. But now it's like complete opposite because now you can't really like make tits bounce anymore. But you can totally like what I've been doing for a lot of them is like missionary and like Pizori and stuff. You just like cut the model in two and just kind of layer it around the penis. And as long as you move, like if they move at the same pace and the same distance, then their body will stay together.
Yeah. If you try to change the speed up, however, you try to make things go faster, it can be a little wonky. I remember having some issues doing that with my hero.
But yeah, that's what I've been up to for the last month is just hitting epilogues to use that new engine. So Jura now has a female epilogue, and I updated the male epilogue too. Ryuko got her epilogue, and Maya got female epilogue and updated the male one. So finally back to writing. I'll probably redo Revy's eventually, but that's less of a priority because Revy's fun, but Maya
She's
is
not
wife.
your wife.
Maya is wife.
What is there still left to write, though?
What?
She's got so many lines already.
Well, I need to respond to everything that I haven't responded to yet. Like people target her, and I need to respond to that because I always respond. There's a whole lot of like character gimmicks that I haven't targeted ever since like October, just because I've been focusing on Ryuko instead that I need to catch up on. So stuff like commenting on like Jotaro and Nolene together, like I haven't done that yet. And just generally, whenever you think you've targeted everything, you haven't.
There's always
Guaranteed.
more.
There's always more. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so I gotta catch Ryuko up too. Definitely gonna be focusing on Ryuko, getting her into the main game, and once she's all caught up, I'll just kind of catch up everybody, and maybe one day I'll finally be satisfied with where they are.
And then like 15 new characters come out.
Well, at least at that point, I won't be playing catch up.
Yeah, okay.
Because that's what I've always
Oh,
wanted to finally free myself from, was playing catch up. But I've had to keep doing that because I keep like starting new characters before I've like completely caught up on the old ones.
is he contracting it? Is he finally catching Whiplash?
No, it's not Whiplash. It's just like I'm not making any more characters is the thing, but I need to catch up on the targeting for the old ones and the new ones. I mean, like
each of your characters has like 10 characters worth of dialogue. It may as well be Whiplash at this point.
He's not wrong.
Whatever.
Ryuko counts as 3 characters.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'm ever going to do the thing that you did earlier and like make Mako's poses separate because I don't care. Better epilogue in just in time.
It's okay to do it.
Grandfather
She
into the
already
the
like
megabyte clause.
emotes enough that it's perfectly fine to leave her as is.
Well, I think what helped a little bit there was that Mako isn't in every pose.
Yeah. Pro tip: if you're doing a
Sakuya
tandem,
was.
don't make tandems where they're in every single pose together. Just don't. It's
Well, it
not
kind of
worth
balloons
it.
up your file size space. So
Yeah. Not healthy.
All right. I think that we should move on
that's
to
kind
the
of what
next
happened though. Is
costume.
that like as soon as Maya was released, I started on Jura, and then as soon as Jura was done, started on Revi, and then like halfway through catching up on Revi, he's like, hey, I'll just jump on this Ryuko project. And now I'm taking a step back and like maybe I should just try to play catch up for a while.
Yeah, chill for a bit.
All right. So, what do you guys think of Haru's alt?
She's cute.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's
Would
going to
go
be a
on a date
recurring
with.
theme of just cute.
Yeah. Yeah, again, I know nothing about Persona, but she's cute. Is it like an in-game costume or something? Or specifically made?
I don't remember. I've played Persona 5, but I'm gonna be real. When I first played through Persona 5, Haru was not one of the characters I paid a lot of attention to. I don't think this is based off of a costume in the game. I could be wrong. I wouldn't be surprised if I'm wrong. That's kind of a staple of who my character is. But yeah, I think it's cute. It's nothing complex. It's a relatively simple costume, but it's cute.
Yeah, simple but effective, basically.
Yeah.
Anyone else got anything to say about that?
No.
All right. I guess
I think it's
the next character is a costume for Korin. Nessie, now you made a Korin, right?
I did.
What do you think of this one?
It's interesting. It fits with how Milkorin is, I guess. But it wouldn't work. But it looks pretty good, pretty funny. So,
Just makes me want Camilla in the game.
Pray.
I think that's
Brothers
the
and
next
sisters,
character
pray.
Superfluous is making.
yeah, I think so as well.
I want those big
Like-
tits.
Like he would never fit in Camilla's outfit, but I guess it works. And the outfit itself is really good. One thing, like I think it's completely just image edited, but it doesn't look too weird compared to the
Nope.
rest of the Kisuke stuff.
It's not image edited, or at least not all of it is.
It isn't? Oh, okay.
Well,
Well,
I've seen the code for the outfit, and I know that not at least not all of it is image edited. Some of it might be because there are imports used in it, but a chunk of it is not image edit.
okay.
I'm just taking a look at it now, and I really appreciate that it looks to be slightly too big for him. I think that's like
Yeah.
really, really great attention to detail. Like the clothing kind of spreads way too out from his body profile. It kind of just looks like it's sitting on top of him. It's really nice. I like it. Seems like a neat touch.
Yeah, that's basically what would happen, I think, as well.
Yeah.
So that's well done.
Garen says it's my turn on the armor. Alright, Span, what do you think of the outfit?
Well, I bet you we're all hoping that I just say he's cute out of habit.
A little bit.
Wrong.
A little bit, yeah.
I mean, really, if you want a twink, Chihiro has now like cornered the market.
Yeah, there's
Even more
competition
twink.
now.
It's like
Two
finally a
twinks.
male character.
You just got out.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's pretty much the extent of it. I haven't played with all of the Valentine's alts, and he's one of them. It was a pretty clever idea,
Yeah.
but it just makes
don't
me
think-
want his wife.
I don't think this one actually changes that much except for the outfit, but I could be wrong with that. I didn't really play it extensively either.
I'm enjoying that there is now a trend of every event so far has had a Fire Emblem character that just has an alt skin that is just the costume of a different Fire Emblem character. Halloween had a Charlotte alt. This time we've got a Melkor and Kamala alt. Easter, probably all the Fire Emblem characters are going to get the canonical Easter alts. So.
Well, we also have Lynn, who's in her bridal dress.
Well, let's not skip over Monica, since she's
Who?
the next alt. Monica?
Imagine skipping over Monica.
Never heard of her.
So, this alt was done by Yuri.
In yet another delay of Akko.
There will always be another reason to delay Akko.
Yeah, but she's wearing the outfit from a different character, right?
Yes, I believe
Yeah.
that it is an outfit based on Dot Giffany from Gravity Falls.
Don't you mean Jiffany?
No.
Bold move.
Not like this. Not like this.
No, I mean damn well what I said. Anyway, yeah. Another character that's like a reality bending, code breaking yandere character. So I think that it's quite fitting. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I agree. And again, the look isn't too different either. I think it's a good alternate costume. Like they look pretty alike. It fits her, I think, and she looks cute. So yeah.
Monica's another character I don't play all that much, but just the idea of combining those two characters is pretty clever. So it's a thumbs up from me.
Yeah, I think well thought out, really appropriate, and it looks really, really nice. Good alt.
Leave it to Yuri to know which yandere to make an alt for.
Yeah.
All of them.
Just a quick
Perhaps
question while we're on
someday.
a Yuri Valentine's alt. Did we actually get the Natsuki alt?
No, we
Because I
did
don't
not.
see it in the big Valentine's poster.
We did not.
Aw.
She started Cupcake Natsuki, never finished it.
Yeah. Actually, Cupcake Natsuki
Seems to be a
is
running
my
trend.
favorite alt out of all of them. So,
Which one?
Big tears. The Cupcake Natsuki alt was probably my favorite from all the Valentine's alts. So, of course, that's the one that didn't make it in game.
All right. The next alt is Bridal Lynn.
That's a really good one. Like,
yeah.
I
it
think
is.
this was made for a contest like a long time ago. Like maybe it's a year
Yeah,
ago. Like a
it was
Valentine's
made for
contest.
the wedding Kissacathlon, I'm pretty sure.
Oh
That
yeah,
Andres ran. Yeah. It's really nice.
It's-
This is her bridal skin from Fire Emblem Heroes, and
Yes,
it's
it is.
done really well.
it's really good. Yeah. Wait,
I
isn't
think I
this?
see.
I think this is a second like wedding skin underscores made for Lynn. Actually, he really
He's
likes his
pretty
wedding
good at
skins.
making fancy looking dresses.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah, Underscore knows his stuff.
You got any thoughts, Spam?
I know Underscore made like a fancy dress model for Mayo once, and my heart just exploded.
Bless that man.
Bless that man. He knows his fancy dresses, and Lynn definitely shows that off. But yeah, she looks great. She's cute.
Yeah, it's a
About
pretty great adaptation of that costume. I love that bouquet.
Oh yeah, the bouquet is very nice.
Just more costumes for me to write lines for when I catch up on all of that.
It's free real estate.
You're a brave
free
man,
real estate.
Sonoma.
Up next is Nagisa Furukawa from Clanad. This is an alt that joins the Valentine's event a day later than the others, but I think that the wait was worth it.
I remember last
Yeah.
year she like got a Valentine's update, but like it just changed some lines around.
Just temporary update. You mean?
Yeah.
So, what do you
Okay.
guys think of the costume?
I think the apron looks really good. Like it's really well made.
Yeah.
Like the shading on it and everything is really good.
Oh wow, yeah, I didn't even notice that at first. That's pretty good.
Nagisa was kind of like made a long time ago, and you can kind of see that in her a little bit, but then you look at her outfit and it's like way more detailed than her body is.
Well, that's also kind of the fault of the source material because like Planet's
Oh,
art
yeah.
is really special.
The art in Clanad is not good, my dude.
Yeah.
It is pretty unattractive. Their eyes
I
are
mean-
so big.
Clanad
So
is
if anything,
Clanad
Nagisa
is
looks
pretty
pretty good.
decent at
Yeah.
this point. Clanad's from 2004.
Jesus, wow.
Yeah, it's old. Yeah, Clanad has a very particular art style.
It's just those screen caps of anime characters where their eyes are 90% of their face, and you're just like, do I look pretty? And it's like, no, you look like you're in pain.
Not even the worst one. But
So, yeah, I definitely understand the desire to not adapt that art style into Kisake. I think that the Nagisa outfit is great. I think that Orange Dress outsmarted me in going for the Naked Apron group. I feel like I'm a fool for not trying that with Chiaki's.
Imagine having a maid that doesn't go naked apron. Just imagine.
Well, that's Chiaki's, which I made in a couple of days. Why don't you guys tell me what you think of it?
I like maids, so I like Chucky's whole skin.
That's
I don't have
yeah.
I don't have any complex reasoning. I don't know what to say. I like maids.
You're gonna need a maid
like
to clean up all that gamer girl pee.
Oh
Oh
boy.
god. Please no.
That's my
Bold of
input.
this to us,
Bold of
Banana.
you
Why?
to assume it won't be going straight into my mouth hole.
Okay.
Are you going to add a scene where when
No.
she falls asleep on your face as usual,
No.
and then she just pees into your mouth?
No, never.
Is that the road we're heading down?
Never ever. I will not be the one to bring piss into this game.
We're waiting for the chosen one to just the chosen child to make the piss epilogue. We've all been
go
waiting
for
for.
Alright, anyone
Well,
else?
she is a maid. I guess she could, can we get a little titty milk in our tea? Or
like
coffee?
sweating.
I'll consider it. I really don't add much to the alternate skins. I barely even touch the dialogue when I do it, so. But if people want it, I'll at least make it a scene. Whether or not I put it in an epilogue or not, that will be for future me to decide.
Please, future Johan, we implore you.
Alright. The next character to get an alt is Ayala from Original.
Ayala from Ayala, the TV series.
Yeah, blue coin spicy. Like, she's really cute. It's a bit of a running trend here, but like, I don't really care for Ayla much, but their outfit is really, really cute. Really well made.
Yeah.
That's
It's nice,
a good
festive floral dress for a cute, soft giant. It's very
She just
nice.
recently got like a decent sized update, so it's a good time to test her out.
Party with the big girl.
Blue Coin, if you're listening to this, make her opening line "Party with the big girl."
Only if she's playing with Kool-Aid Man.
Oh,
And then when she comes, she
it's
says,
free
"Oh
line.
yeah."
I think making an alt for like original characters is a little bit more hard to talk about than an alt for characters that exist within a franchise. Because with things that exist within a franchise, you can like say, "Oh, it's based off of X, Y, and Z." But when it's an original character, it's really just cute girls are cute. I made it cute. So there's not.
I mean, Maya has no relation.
now you're gonna complain
to
about that.
franchise. It's just Monster Girl Encyclopedia.
But there's
I guess-
some
I guess
depth to
Phone
why
Box
he
just happened to
chose
like
that
that.
one.
What?
But there's some depth to that design on why it is the way it is. But with like an original character, it's just there's not a lot you can go off of.
He could have put her in a costume that was from like a different franchise.
Yeah. Imagine
But
if
it's-
someone had done that for Halloween.
Zucker.
I don't get it.
I offered to make that alt for you on Halloween.
That was on Halloween.
Yeah. The
I
Halloween,
don't remember.
The Elma model from Xenoblade X.
What does Xenoblade have to do with Halloween?
Do
It's a
you
costume.
have you never dressed up as a character for Halloween?
I think I was like Harry Potter in elementary school.
Yeah, it's just you dress up as a thing from a franchise.
Yeah, but there should every other Halloween was like costume was like spooky.
I don't think I'd call Black Cat Diva or White Cloak Raven. Oh, that sounds really racist. Spooky though.
What Ku Klux Klan Raven?
God damn it.
Oh my god.
Please no.
Stop.
I think that the closest thing we had to spooky alt was Ragnarenka. Even Dark Pit wasn't spooky so much as he was just, dark. God, it just sounds more racist.
Raven
Right?
uses her demon powers
just
to
edgy.
set fire to all the black people.
God
Oh,
Please
damn it.
stop.
can we move on?
Next
White
alt,
Cloak Raven. Okay.
the last new one is cheerleader Ochiko Uraraka from My Hero Academia. I also made this alt.
This
So-
one's really good. I really like it.
Ochiko's actually gone down in the roster from having an alt.
Yeah, I know.
And the others would have pushed her down anyway, but like, it's just funny.
I have actively made a character I enjoy less popular. What have I done?
Feels bad, man.
Hey, if she's wearing the cheerleader outfit, mean that she's canonically 15?
No. Because
Is SWAT gonna bust into your house any second now?
no, because
We got him.
it is the outfit exists all throughout the years, probably, and that's my justification. So, what do you guys think of it?
I like that she's a
Well,
cheerleader. It helps that she's floating around half the time, so you can still say, oh, she's jumping and cheering and being like really energetic and lively. So it feels really appropriate.
I want her to do a split on my face.
Same.
Just bring that ass out all at once.
Break my neck sitting on my face. All right. So that is all the Halloween costumes. Fuck it. All the Valentine's Day costumes.
that makes
But his
Um,
I know
mind
what you
ready
mean.
for the next event already.
I know what you meant.
Next event.
We only have like Valentine's and Halloween. We gotta add something else.
We
I
might
think
have
they're
Easter,
doing something for
from the
Easter.
sounds of it.
We should do like track and field for summer.
Even if there is no Easter event, I've already
Just make them all in
started making two
like
costumes.
spats and all sweaty.
You know, Spinanon, you really are a man of culture.
Well, exactly. And everyone's just having a
Seasonal trick.
slippy, summertime, stripping
I'd be
and
like,
stripping for each other, and slipping past each other.
I'd be contractually obliged to make a Shimikaze ult, and I'm too lazy. Please don't.
Alright, so that is all the Valentine's costumes.
Oh fuck! Bring back the swimsuit edition.
Time for upcoming projects from the guest. Mystic, why don't you start us off?
Well, Shimikaze. Oh no, sorry. Remilia is on testing, so she's sort of a work in progress at this point. I've already talked about what I'm going to be doing for her, so I'll let her slide. After Remilia, I might quickly redo Shimikaze's gifts using the new poses. And maybe do a little bit to try and bring her file size down. I don't really know about that. I think she's okay as is. And then after that, I'm still working on one solo project. I'm working on Anja from Cross Anja. I made her model a while ago, and I've been really slowly chipping through dialogue. But like Remilia's epilogue and Remilia's update have sort of eaten up my time. And then I'm doing. Me and Nessie are doing a collab. I guess I'll let him talk about that.
yeah, we're collabing on Submod from Girls Frontline. Like I announced that like last time I was on the podcast, but yeah, I did a model like half a year ago, and updated it recently and started posting it. And Mister is gonna do the dialogue. At least he's going to try.
Figures 2 mods would make SOP mod.
Hey.
Mod flexing.
Like she's gonna be really hard to write, so I don't envy her task. But hey,
Can you give me the quick rundown on SOP mod?
So she's okay. The original designer for SOP mod described her as like a naive demon. So she's a gun girl. She's like a robot. She's kind of what's the word I'm looking for? She's kind of insane.
yeah, just a
in
little
like
bit.
a little bit. In a playful, doesn't know right from wrong way. So I'm writing another airheaded brainlet, except unlike Shimikaze, SOP mod will probably kill you on accident.
She will kill everyone on accident. Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Her speed stat is also
your
inferior.
type is inanimate objects and 500-year-old vampires.
I mean, after Shimikaze, I was gonna make after Amelia, I was gonna make an umbrella for SPNati. So yes, that is like 110% correct.
Just look around your office and you'll find all sorts of things that he wants to fuck.
Yeah, if it exists
Stapers.
and it's inanimate, I probably loot it. Probably.
Is there like
I mean,
an
if they're cute girls
yeah.
attached to them, yeah.
Is there like an
Why not?
anthropomorphized like Office anime?
There was a short-lived
dating
game.
sim.
There was a dating sim?
There was a dating sim in the
Where
works.
there's just like
that
there's like
I
Stapler
saw.
Chan and Printer Chan.
I don't know. I remember seeing it in the works, floating around on social media. I never saw if anything got made with it, but I definitely remember there was a stapler character.
There was a gacha game that was based around household appliances as cute girls. That one died in like 3 months, though.
As it deserves.
No, it sounds great. Come on.
Speaking of gacha games, or I don't know if it is a gacha game, but Mystic just pointed out to me a couple days ago. Apparently, Vandred is now in like the online like gacha crap version of Super Robot Wars.
Yeah. So I was doing research for Anja, and she's in Super Robot Wars, which is the big mecha collab game, and they have a not great mobile gacha spin-off. And not only is like some of the Vandred characters are in it, like Simon from Gurren Lagann's in it, the Evangelion characters are in it. Like if it's from a mech series, it's probably been in Super Robot Wars at some point.
I know they have Kamina in some of the main games. I don't know if the spin-off games.
And the absolute nail in the coffin is that their part in that is non-voiced.
Oof.
So I guess they couldn't. I guess they couldn't fucking find them or dig them up, or they just didn't care.
I think I remember reading about Maya's voice actor, and I think she shared a voice actor with somebody that I knew.
She's still around. It's like the same voice actress as like Chun-Li and Sarah's Victoria, I think. Fumiko Orikasa.
Oh, yeah. I think I might have been looking up the dub voice actor or something.
She's done a lot of voice roles. Jura's a voice actress. I couldn't find anything else that she really did.
Oof.
But anyway, that was like Hibiki and Dia were the two they were the unit.
Oh, she was live.
Yeah, they got the main pairing, I guess you can call it.
Yeah. So, but they weren't voiced. They couldn't find them. They didn't want to pay them.
All right.
Maya appeared in a cutscene though, so I was happy to see that.
Get a couple more lines.
Just any portionally was all in moon runes.
You find a translator for Spinanon.
So Nessie, Mystic, do you have any more work in progresses you want to talk about?
Well, I'm working on a Corin update still, but also finally. So that's something. But no, like I'm working on Corin, trying to get that out relatively soon-ish.
Nice.
And if depending how long how much work submod will still be, like I'm not sure about that, but I'm gonna try to start up Severa again as well, because like it's been a while, and like I stopped because I didn't know what to do with her. I didn't know where to take her. But I think I finally got something figured out, so I might be starting up that as well.
Nice.
But for now, it's just Corin and submod.
Do we stop with the Severa win memes, or do we like fire them on all cylinders now?
I mean, we already have the Corin update and submod win, so it's kind of part of my my thing now.
X-Wen.
You're free to stop. That's fine.
It's okay as long as Hex Maniac is never released. I don't think you're ever going to be under too much fire for that.
Or any character from Yuri. All right.
Yuri has at least finished some things.
That's true.
Not the things you want,
Hex
but some
finished
things.
posing Natsuki.
That's true. That's true.
So Spinanon, do you have any works in progress that you haven't already talked about yet?
No, I'm pretty much just muscled them all in as we were talking about Valentine's Maya. So I spent the last month just doing a bunch of epilogue dates. So just to reiterate, I did like a Ryuko's epilogue and then gave a female epilogue to Maya, updated her male one, gave female epilogue to Jura, updated her male one. I'll probably convert Revi's eventually just to save on space for the final time. I might make like a part 2 for Revi's epilogue, just where you do more shit with her. Either that or maybe if space permits, like kind of thinking about just like making a Revi Maya epilogue where they continue to like beat the shit out of each other in a locker room.
Mortal Kombat!
And it turns into just sweaty, angry lesbian sex, of course.
This is perfectly fine with me. I'll endorse it.
But you know, mods are Nazis and they don't allow for that extra space anymore.
Just put that space on a new character.
Other than that, I'm just gonna focus on catching Ryuko up on like more generic lines, some conditional stuff, have her target everybody, put her up for sponsorship, and then it'll pretty much just be writing lines. I think eventually I'll probably try to update Maya's and Jura's models, since I think they're starting to show their age again a little bit. So what would be pretty much up to par is now kind of like, you know, Maya doesn't use any hair pieces or anything. So, you know, I could definitely get her hair a little bit closer, for example.
How many image imports have you used or have you eaten?
What?
How many image imports have you eaten?
Have I what?
I'm just making a stupid joke.
Okay, whatever. She does use a lot of image imports, just because they used to be like hair ribbons or whatever, and I hated how they moved with her head. Hey, you know, if anybody wants to just do that for me, I used to be like really proud of that, and like, no, I want to do it myself. But now, it's like, yeah, you know, I hate Kisake, so if you want to do that for me, you can go ahead and do that.
Yeah,
I'll put your name in the credits.
After Odin redid like Saki for me, outsourcing is incredible. I've fallen in love with the collab.
I don't want to redo that model. I hate Kisake.
My work in progress list is relatively the same, besides finding somebody who will collab with Kaede with me. Viz and I are probably going to do that in the future once either Akko and Hanako is done on my side, and Chihiro and 416 are done on his. I've reached out because there's some upcoming games. There's the Nier Automata Complete Edition coming out on the PS4. I'm thinking that if I'm going to play through that, and if I feel the desire after completing it, I might reach out to Yuri and begin work on 2B. And once Devil May Cry 5 comes out, if I think that I can do it, I might start on Dante with Halo.
You mean we'll actually have SPNati featuring Dante from Devil May Cry 5?
And Knuckles.
It's a possibility.
Knuckles?
It's a possibility.
Just make Dante and Knuckles.
I'm more surprised that we might be getting 2B finally.
Again, these are only possibilities based on if I think that I am capable of characters after I finish playing through their games again.
Just write A2 instead. She's much better. But
just have the and Knuckles table. It's just 4 Knuckleses.
Oh, right.
Knuckles and Knuckles and Knuckles and Knuckles.
Are they actual Knuckles or Ugandan Knuckles, though? This is important.
And Knuckles is its own meme, okay? That's not you.
Let's burn through some of these first questions pretty quickly, since they should.
Oh god, we haven't even gotten to the questions yet. It's been like 80 minutes.
We're gonna be here for another 3 hours.
I have to start getting ready for work in an hour and
shit.
an hour, so
right.
Wait, an hour and a half.
Speed run.
We've got an hour and a half. We can make this a 3-hour episode if need be.
Speed run this shit. Let's go.
Okay, questions. Stop mod when?
When she's ready.
Eventually. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I actually have to start uni next month, so I'm going to be pretty pressed on time. So I don't know. Stop mod eventually.
Sever or when?
Eventually, when she's ready as well.
Remy update when?
Suck shit, Odin. She's on testing already.
Female Corin update when?
I'm working on it. If all goes well by the end of next week. There.
When will Mystic
What?
finish Kogasa Tatara?
Kagasa is dead. I've given up on her. I couldn't make her work.
Explain in 10 words or less why Rinka's best girl.
Yeah, you skipped
Fiery.
one. You skipped one.
I'm getting to that, don't worry. Fiery, muscle, tsundere, fang, buff, wife, fire girl. There, that's 8.
Damn, word economy.
I know that.
Johan, how does it
I
feel to-
love Maya, and Maya is best girl. And Rika is not best girl. Maya is best girl.
Johan, how does it feel to be recording with the 3 best boys at the same time?
I want to kiss Maya on the mouth.
Okay, so things are about to get playfully homoerotic real quick, so just let that happen.
Also on the butt. I want to touch her butt.
The thing about SPNati is that you cannot record with the best boys because there are no best boys.
Just my entire hand on her butt.
Everybody is best boy. 2010
And then
Mantis
there's man.
has been an excellent podcast guest. He's made a cute, freckled, redhead witch girl. He's a great writer and a cool dude. We've got Mystic Knight, who's a fellow believer of speed stat being the best stat. Romelli is a wonderful character. Shimikaze is a ton of fun. I'm glad we made him a mod. Abacus Francisca is well written and in character. It's always nice to see more Ace Attorney representation. Arndress is our longest lasting mod. He's put a lot of time and effort into this gaming community. Not as cute. We've got Black Cody. He remade Clover's model from scratch like 4 times. I admire his resolve, even though quite a few people have been dunking on him. He's not up. That's respectable. Perlin got the first Monster Girl on Detestic. He's got fantastic work. Can't wait to see more of his work. And Alice again. We've got Nmas, who's done amazing work as a mod. He's made my top 4 waifus of all time. He's overall chill dude, someone I respect a lot and can come to whenever I need a situational advice. Hex is constantly playtesting and providing feedback for characters. His work on the document is something I appreciate a lot. He puts a lot of effort into helping people make the best characters they can. We've got Horsecat, Twilight and Pinky comes to have some of the best places in the game. He's a phenomenal writer and artist, and I'm glad he came back. Pinky is one of my new favorite characters. Horsekiller Catcher is a top 3 cute. More Fire Emblem representation is always fun. He's great work despite not being a native English speaker. Metal Guitar doesn't say much, but the Street Fighter girls are all pretty good quality. I respect his, I especially love his lines for Rinka from Jury a lot. Solitaire came out of nowhere and he's made one of the best characters in a while, and because of great way Toho to SPNati, and seeing him pop up online is always very fun. He's always got a lot to say and add to the conversations. Mouse is one of SPNati's best artists. I couldn't have asked for anybody better to work on Amalia. He's always helpful when trying to figure out how to make a pose or model be the best it can be. Niles has made some of the most contributions to SPNati, despite being English language. He's been here for a long time and is a real cool person to talk to. One of the first friends I made, and I don't think that there's anybody who doesn't like him.
I think it's Niels, Johan.
Give me a minute. There's a lot more.
Oh god.
Opal is one of the most competent creators we have. Nehru's target system is complex but super cool. His Rachel model is one of the best. I'd say he's probably one of the top 5 Kisuke models that have contributed characters to the game. Pivotal
I want to
Cog
touch Maya's boobs.
Pivotal Cog's
culture.
made my favorite character. Despite being a male character, Pit is beloved by everyone. If not hurt for him, there'd be no Mahi. Favorite people on the server. Both servers want to win some mod. He's an competent and talented creator. Rabbit Bagel is one of, if not the best modeler we have. Super funny, chill dude. I can't think of anyone who doesn't like him. If not for him, he would camera. SPNana made 2 characters that nobody knew about. Front page material. He's put in more effort and love into this game and his characters than anyone else. He's cool-headed and reliable. I couldn't have asked for a better co-host. SPNati Edit has made the character editor and revolutionized how SPNati worked as a whole. His new setup has saved us a ton of space and made everything easy. Soup sent me the invite to the Discord. Without him, I probably wouldn't be here. He provided my current model. He was probably one of my first friends on the SPNati community in general. The Lonely Phone Box is a superb model maker. His Halloween-wise favorite costume from that event. The video game Octobago Sayaka has been out testing for a while, but she's improved with each update. I admire his determination and resolve, especially since working on a Mac makes it far more difficult. Nessie is a great banter buddy for Renka, and one of the reasons I got back into SPNati. Core and Akia, he did a great job as a mod, and having him on the podcast is always a blast. Black Hulu, all 3 of his characters are great. He's a super friendly dude, talking and joking around him always brings fun mood, and he's really fun to be around. Pat Zonetime was one of the first characters I played a lot of when I was starting out. Pat is pretty much the only dude who liked my work when I first started. If not for him, I probably wouldn't have believed in myself. Faraway Vision revolutionized the code, made Monica get trap support, programmed an entire card game all by himself. Keeps our Kisuke updated. Could not sing him enough praise. He's probably my top 3 creators in general. Dorian is the top of the lads. He's made my avatar. He's made pixel art for everyone. His Uni ult is superb. They're definitely the best Valentine's plot so far. Underscore is one of the best modelers we've got. His attention to detail is crazy. He's always there to help you make a model the best it can be. Odin makes cute OCs that I wish would get finished so that I could play them in the actual game. User is one of SPNati's oldest creators. He's contributed so much to this game, it'd be weird to think of it without him. And Zeus made our wonderful new default background. Everybody loves him. He's always there if you want to talk, and it makes one million. Whew! I'm gonna grab a drink.
That's a lot of people.
I'm gonna pretend that wasn't scripted, and he did that like from the heart because it's better that way.
It was all from the heart. What are you talking about?
Yeah, why would I even think it was scripted? God.
Only about half of it was.
Oh my god, this madman.
I just put down like a name and then like 2 words on what I would say about them. I'm out of breath. Okay.
You're too wholesome for this world.
I really appreciate this community. There is no best boy because absolutely every single person in this community is a wonderful person who's trying their best to make it the most enjoyable and quality experience possible. Don't ever forget that.
Amen.
Can we get a round of applause for that? That was wonderful.
Oh. Okay.
Nice golf clap.
On to the...
I posted Maya's butt for viewing
It's
pleasure.
a nice butt.
It's a tradition for the podcast now.
Alright. Question. Who's a guest you'd really want to have on?
Maya.
Damn, how do
Does
you beat
Maya
an
create
answer like
stuff?
that? I mean, is that a requirement?
Well, no,
Not
actually.
really. We've let
Yeah,
Ferris and
exactly.
Tim come on.
It's a legal answer.
But yeah, okay.
So, Mystic, if you were on another episode, who's somebody you'd want to be on with?
I'd like to see. Well, I guess the easy answer is I'd like to see Napsu on because she's going to be on, but had to pull out at the last minute. And my other answer would be Solitaire. From how he wrote Miko and how he types in the Discord, I think he's just like a massive meme lord. And I feel like I could totally listen to him for like 3 hours straight without a problem.
Alright, Nessie, what about you?
That would be like the Toho Power podcast.
Oh yeah, get Odin on as well.
Oh no. Just 5 hours of Toho.
Yeah, welcome to Gensokyo.
So, Nessie, if you were on again, or I guess it's when you're going to be on again, because pretty much all of you will be on again.
We only have so many people to choose from.
Yeah. Who's somebody you'd want to be on again with?
I'd like to be on with Bagel, just a meme about the Kamiga kill for 2 hours. That sounds pretty good. But when Seryu comes out, I just want to complain about it for 2 hours. With him.
Oh,
That
yes.
sounds great.
The great debate.
There's other people we could bring on, but they like either don't have a mic or they just don't want to do it.
Yeah. Like User and Black Vulu, or Superfluous, or Mouse, all come to mind. Or Door, or Pat, or Andre. There's a lot of people.
There's a lot of people, yeah.
You just have to script the show ahead of time and get someone to pretend to be them. And we'll be none the wiser.
Just a voice changer.
Yeah.
So, Spanana, what about you?
I'm cool with anybody, really. I mean, do we... I think a lot of my answers would have been like the people that don't ever come on for one reason or another. I'd like to see what Hex sounds like.
He's very British. I've heard him.
He's very British, yeah.
Oh, have you heard him?
Yes.
He just kind of like mumbles in voice chat, and I can't make anything out.
Yeah, okay. He mumbles in British.
Mumbles
are very
in British.
Mumbles in British.
I think that 3 people that haven't been on that I'd like to have on.
Oh, I'd like to see Zeus.
Yeah,
Oh, yes.
that was my first answer. Zeus, Napsu, and Solitaire are 3 people who I've reached out, and they said that they want to be on the podcast, but time just hasn't lined up.
I can't believe this is the Valentine's podcast, and we didn't get Namasp and Napsu on.
And Mass wasn't going to be able to make it. I asked them ahead of time because originally the plan for this episode was going to have
They get
me getting Nmasp on, and then Yuri drops Akko, and I say execute Order 69. That was going to be the name of the episode, but it all failed.
we can talk about romance. They can talk about how their kids are going to be like 5 feet tall. Mystic's dead.
Yeah, he is. He's muted himself, but he's still here.
He's typing.
Oh, he has to be quiet for a bit.
He has to be okay.
What a coward.
Rip.
All right.
You want to wait for him?
No, we can just do the next question, and he can answer it when he's ready.
Ouch.
He's unmuted himself. Now he's typing. He's okay now.
It's
Right.
okay.
It's very early.
Yeah, it's like 6 o'clock for Mystic in the morning.
Were the Dementors passing by, or like what happened?
The local gang of emus drove by on their
Oh, you have to mute yourself again.
on their
Yeah.
SUVs or
They're on high emo
ATVs.
alert.
A bird
Yeah, the birds are
started a
invading.
fire.
I didn't want to subject you guys to the blaring klaxon alarms.
Right. Next question is: how do you prioritize your cycle? Updates versus new content. Mystic?
Well, you know me. I like those updates.
Oh yeah, he loves them. I try to alternate.
Maya will
between...
never be anything other than a character that looks like they could have been released yesterday. God damn it! Won't let my
the true
wife
champion
die.
of the people.
I would sacrifice Jura, Revi, and Ryuko in a fucking instant to keep Maya in the game forever.
I admire your resolve, and I agree with it.
This man has his priorities straight. Bless him.
So, Mystic, how do you balance updates versus new content?
I've tried to alternate between the two. Like, I did Shimikaze. Actually, after Shimikaze, I went straight to Remilia. But then, I tried to, do some maintenance for a while before moving on to a new project. And, that's pretty much what I've done this whole time. I'm very much motivated by just, motivated completely on a whim. So I don't do any planning ahead. I do a little bit of planning ahead, but I don't really follow it at all. So I just do whatever I feel like. And I tend to do a lot of work on one character and then get really burnt out and then just want to never see them again. So yeah, that leads to me alternating projects a lot.
Alright. What about you, Nessie?
Well, I haven't really done either. So, but when I first got Corin out, when she was put in the full game, I was really burned out and just didn't want to do anything actually. But right now, I'm trying to focus on updates before new content because, I've shown myself that with new content, I get 90% of the way and then just do nothing for 5 months. So I'm just trying to finally finish something, finally finish the update before really going into anything else.
Well, you devoted a fair amount of time into Pyrrha, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, but even then, I finished Pyrrha's model in almost a day, and that almost a day turned into 3 weeks. And then the same thing with her poses. It's I can work really hard, really long in short bursts, and then just get completely burned out and don't do anything anymore. So I'm trying to put an end to that. Just power through.
Yeah.
Pyrrha was on testing for 3 months, 4 months maybe. And I worked on her for 3 days total, maybe. It was a lot of work and it was fun, but yeah, it's really feels weird. It should have been done way earlier.
Alright. SPNati, what about you?
Well, I kind of said already, as I just butted in at the beginning of the question.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I've been sort of like, I start a new character as soon as I kind of finish the old ones, but at the same time, like I've always prioritized updates, and like I've never abandoned a character that I got off the ground with. Like I've always gone back and I've always responded to whatever they said. And I think that people think I'm some kind of like masterful,
You cut out
like
for me.
updating like Maya and Jura and Revi, but especially Maya has like always been a priority in my like development cycle. Like I'll always take a break from the new characters. Like okay, let's catch Maya up again. And it's just like from a year of constantly updating her that like she got so high. Like I've just stuck with her the whole time, and I haven't gotten burnt out. I think that's really like how she got to be as complex as she is.
All right. As for me, I tend to make a lot of my new upcoming things collabs between people, and I work fast. So by the time I finish doing my part, I can go and update characters while waiting for my partners to do their thing. So I'm able to balance it without too much difficulty.
That's one of the pros of doing collabs. You can just finish your own work and then wait.
All right.
I
Sometimes
wish
for
I
a
could
very long
consult
time.
more work.
Yep. Akko has had like her lines finished for months now. Anyway,
Yuri, please.
gonna jump ahead to a question real quick since it's probably something we should answer sooner rather than later. Is this
Okay.
episode gonna be shorter than usual? No.
Nope.
No,
Probably
Not
not.
even
No.
remotely close.
We got so many questions.
Yep. I'm actually going to have to go and do a thing real quick. Probably take me about a minute. So why don't you guys start on the next question? Are epilogues essential for a good character?
I don't play SPNati much, and I do I play through epilogues. I unlock even less than I play SPNati, so I'm gonna go with no. I understand people like them, and they're really good for characters. You get a nice little symbol on character select. I don't think they're essential though. I think the Doki Doki Literature Club's characters are the biggest examples. None of those have epilogues. And sure, they have a lot of star power, but you can be really good without needing an epilogue.
Yeah, I agree with that. Like epilogues are a way for people to start playing your character. Like people are more inclined to start playing a character if they have an epilogue, but I don't think it's required. You can be a really good character without having an epilogue. And yeah, the DDLC characters are really good for that. I don't even think they should have an epilogue really, aside from Monica maybe. But that's just me.
Once Yuri gets on, they can have a full DDLC table where Monica fucking kills all of them.
That's the epilogue. Oh man, it just plays the CGs from Doki Doki Literature Club in order.
The epilogue is just the game.
Yeah. It's one panel with a download link to the game, and that's it. There you go.
Ryuko's epilogue has a YouTube link.
Ooh, is it? Oh, okay, I haven't played it. Is it just
You
like
haven't played
theme
it?
music? No,
It's
like
well,
I said, I haven't touched any epilogues.
I can't believe this.
I'm sorry
I
to have betrayed
haven't
you
seen
like
it either.
Oh, this is bullshit. I don't want to spoil it for you.
Okay.
Okay, what if I go get it right now?
Do it.
Live on air.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like it.
Go ahead and
This is the start
play
of
what
the.
comes through the speakers.
Yeah, this is the start of the SPNati Let's Plays. SPNati Let's Plays with your host SNS Chase.
Let's fap.
Oh god.
Let's fap. There you go. I have to host it on Daily Motion or something. Do you have a face cam, Nessie? Are you ready to stream?
I do. I'm talking through a webcam right now.
Nice. Look at this man. He's so raring to go.
think there's a camera on my monitor.
I don't even
do you have a laptop or just a desktop?
So I guess there wouldn't be.
Oof. I don't even have a microphone. I'm speaking through earphones on mobile Discord.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I'm hella budget.
So it's just a big phone call for you.
Yeah, it's I don't even know what it's called.
Yeah, but as Chase goes and unlocks Ryuko's epilogue, obviously it's not what makes a good character good. It's
Nah.
just, a fun little cherry on top that you can add, and you can get as detailed with it as you want. Like, I tend to make them pretty long because I just want to throw in a bunch of shit, and I want different, like, sexual positions and, like, a whole justification for it, and, like, you see a little bit of their setting, but it's not necessary for it to be that. I just want to go balls deep with it. Because there is the expectation with porn games that at least a lot of porn games teach you is that, like, so when do I get to fuck them? And I enjoy delivering on that. I was like, well, mind if I do? You do get to fuck them. Here you go.
Oh, she's using the new background. Nice.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I think like epilogues, they can make a good character better, but they aren't required to make a good character.
Yeah, like plenty of my favorite characters, like 9S, Amalia, Kizuna, like they don't have epilogues, and I think that epilogues are a fine cherry on top, but they aren't a substitute for the ice cream. There's so many ice cream metaphors you can make with SPNati.
I think epilogues definitely boost popularity if your character's kind of obscure because it gives people a reason to play them. I do wonder if it like makes an already popular character even more popular, or if it's just kind of like people would have played them anyway.
I feel like maybe you get diminishing returns.
I feel like it could be.
I mean, you usually get a nice surge of popularity right after you say, "Hey, look, I've got an epilogue." But yeah, I feel like more popular characters won't benefit as much from it.
Yeah, and epilogues don't automatically make your character better as well. Like there's some epilogues that are just like, oh, okay. It's like Samus is not a better character because she has the epilogue, for example.
Yeah.
Although you do at least fuck her in that epilogue.
Yeah, that's true.
Let me tell you, don't just add an epilogue just to add an epilogue.
Yeah, exactly.
I did that once.
You want a good idea first.
Yeah.
And don't create like one of the most cursed images of all time. Which is Rinka staring at you from mid-range on a beach.
One day I'm gonna fucking recreate that scene and just bring it in an entirely different direction.
That's a fucking windowless van, is what that is.
God damn it! I'm getting a phone call.
That's like that picture of like the Showbiz Pizza Bear. If you've seen that one, it's like on that level of cursed.
I mean, April is coming up kind of soon. It's a month and a half away.
Oh yeah, you should just completely redo in high definition the Rinka ass eating epilogue.
Don't even fix it. Just make it crisper. Oh man.
I think we killed Johan.
Okay, the setup is exactly the same, except you eat her ass.
They could. It's a good epilogue all of a sudden. If it ends with just her,
just 30 screens zoomed in on our asshole.
Hey, if it ends with her like breaking my neck with her legs, that is fine. That is a perfect epilogue. 10 out of 10. Should we go to the next question while we wait?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
We're done with
the
this
next
one,
on the list is I think Johan got to speak about that one.
Yeah.
The next one on the list is, what's the balance between funny and sexy in the game? Characters like Kizuna seem to do well, but they have their detractors, for example.
I'm back.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
we moved on to the next one.
All right, thanks.
okay. Like, there's like it's difficult to find the balance, really. Like, I personally think that the dialogue can be whatever you want, whatever the writer wants, but the game is still a porn game and should have some sort of sexy payoff, I think. But other than that, yeah. Like Kizuna, I think Kizuna is really well written. Like, I played her a couple of times, and her model's great, her dialogue is great. But I get why people don't like the fact that she doesn't really have any sexy payoff. So it's a very personal thing, I guess.
Yeah,
Alright.
I know I tend to like funny over sexy, but that's just because, I don't know, I get it's a porn game, and I get people looking for lewds, but I do have more fun when the characters are, having fun. But, I understand that. I'm pretty sure a big majority would prefer to be more lewd than funny if they had to pick between the two.
I mean, yeah, I came like way back when. I came here for the loot, not for the dialogue. But that's. I feel like I'm not even in the majority here anymore. Like, hearing everyone's stories about that. But that's just me.
My only
He's
issue with
developer, man.
Kizuna there is that like she doesn't really masturbate properly or do anything that's like equally as sexy. And that seems to be like for the sake of a joke. And it's kind of like breaking one of the core promises of the game is that you're going to get to see your waifu masturbate.
Yeah, that's what I think as well.
So, I don't think you should be sacrificing sexy just for the sake of a joke. Like, that seems a little counterintuitive because, like, this is a porn game. So it's, like in canon, they should, like, just treat sex however they would treat it in canon. But don't replace out of character horniness with, like, just out of character silliness, like, to make it funny. I don't know. Like, that's my only problem with Kizuna. Is that, she just kind of throws the whole big finish away for a joke.
Yeah, but if you were to add like an epilogue to her, like a very sexy epilogue, then it would be much less of a problem, I think.
Yeah.
Then again, you assume the player wins, but yeah.
Well, like with an epilogue, that seems like a better place to put funny, because like in almost every game, except for when she wins, she would masturbate, and that's kind of like one of the big core mechanics.
Yeah, that's true.
That everyone needs masturbation dialogue, but like you can put anything in an epilogue and just mark it safe for work and have it be funny instead.
Yeah, that also works. Yeah.
I don't think there's an expectation that every single epilogue has to have sex in it. That's just what I want.
Yeah, well, okay, we have a case study for it. Sheena does that, where she does lose in game and her epilogue's a joke.
Johan's dead, by the way.
Yeah,
The
this is
3-month
now a
gap now.
Johanless podcast.
He was killed by an 18-wheeler.
Oof. I hope he reincarnates as the hero he always wanted to be.
He now goes to the great ranch in the sky.
We need a gun salute right now. Yeah, but like people complain about Sheena having a joke epilogue. So you're sort of like, oh, what do I do?
It's like it's fine if you make a joke
in game and you can't make a joke in epilogue.
Well, there is nudity in it, right?
Yes. I can't remember if they're like coincidental balls of steam or not. Yeah, well, but yeah, it's a bit hard to put a punchline in game. You are right that like everybody's going to see this part. This is probably the part where you want to do the fun, sexy loot time, and then do your joke in the epilogue. I don't know.
I'd say generally, like, save all like the more clinical observations or like the jokes or anything like that, like in towards the beginning when you probably don't have your dick out anyway.
Yeah, I mean that's a pretty good rule of
Everyone's wearing
thumb.
clothes, so like that's a good time to put all like the serious character stuff.
That sounds about right. Yeah.
Hmm.
Like funny things really like they definitely do have a place, but you have to put them in the right place, basically. What it comes down to.
Yep, time and place.
Yeah, I think Q is a really good example of that. At least I haven't played her in a while, but when I first played, like she was really funny and she had the good payoff. I think that's a good way to do it.
I mean, Q gets a lot of her funny dialogue from just like wingmanning the player, so it still involves sex somehow.
Yeah.
So I guess the balance does exist, but it's hard to narrow down. Like I think a lot of things in SPNati come down to yes, you can do it, but you have to be very specific about how you do it.
Yeah, and it's also the problem. You never know for how long a character is gonna stay in each stage. Like you can say like, okay, we're gonna do funny for the first 3 stages and not funny for the other 3. But if you blast through the first 3 stages or get stuck on them, it's a really different experience.
Hmm.
All right. Well, any other thoughts? I guess I'm the new host now.
Oh
Alright.
yeah, Synanon's been promoted.
Yeah, this is just my takeover plan.
I like
I've
it.
eliminated Johan. And my first question as host is, do you like turtles?
I want to believe this is a question from second glance.
This
It feels like
this is a
very
real
second
question
glance
when
question.
asked.
Turtles are my second favorite animal. And if you don't include mythological animals, it's actually my first favorite animal. I like turtles.
Nice.
I think
Turtles are adorable.
I think this is like that one zombie kid that said, "I like turtles." I think that's what this is.
Maybe? I don't know.
From 2006.
Are we
I
talking
remember
about
the I like trains kid.
That kid is
I
an
like
adult
trains.
now.
What a world.
I wonder if
Oh,
Sorry, what? You got out.
yeah.
I wonder if he likes turtles as an adult.
I mean, he should.
Like what would stop you from liking turtles as you grow up?
His pet turtle.
Oof. Yeah, okay. Maybe that.
Like, are we talking about like sea turtles or land turtles here? It's an important difference.
I'm not smart enough to know the difference.
Sea turtles have flippers.
Yeah, and land turtles have feet.
Land turtles are like tortoises.
I see.
Like I don't care
I
at
guess
all.
it's just turtles in general.
Okay, well then I make the distinction. Like I don't care about sea turtles at all, but land turtles or tortoises or whatever they're called, those are really cool.
Nessie, how do
So,
you
yeah.
know what a land tortoise is? You live under the ocean.
I mean, I don't know. I just use the internet sometimes.
Damn. Okay, you got me with that one.
I think Australia just has like giant man-eating tortoises.
Maybe.
They have giant men eating everything. So.
You have to cast
Yeah.
Posada on them to kill them.
You know, I actually had a pet turtle for a while. We found one, but I think it's like you're not allowed to have pet turtles, so we had to bring it to like a reptile park or something. I don't remember. That was a long time ago.
What was his name?
Oh God, I don't know. I was like 7 at the time.
Albert Einstein,
Albert Einstein.
and then everyone laughed.
Rip Albert Einstein.
Yep. Big F.
Take 30 seconds to look at Maya's butt in his memory.
It's the recharge time of the podcast. Everybody take a break. admire some booty. We'll come back in a bit. Do we have scheduled?
I'm still admiring the Ryuko epilogue. That's a good one.
Ooh, you got him good.
I haven't found the link yet, but yeah.
It's at the end.
Oh. Okay, I think we've talked about turtles for enough.
All right.
All right. Time to move on. If you were murdered by a Yenrei tomorrow, who would you want to inherit your projects?
I've actually talked about this. Oh wait.
Oh, he's gone. All right.
Oh god, it's down to just us two.
I'll just do mine then. It's like, okay, I have 3 characters more or less in the work, like Corin, Severa, and Submod. I think Mystic would just get Submod just to finish her. If he doesn't want to do the posing, I'll give it to Sector. He doesn't want to do it either, but screw it. So Mystic or Sector. Severa would go to Pharaohs, like then he can Severa win himself. And Corin would probably go to User. Like he's probably Corin's biggest fan, and I'm not sure if he has played the game. It's not like she has much personality in the game either, so it doesn't really matter. Just make her cute. So it's like User or Pat. Pat also seems to really like.
User loves Lynn and Florina, and they're not from Fates. So
yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure if he has played Fates, but he always says to me how much he likes Corin. So he would probably do a better job than me, especially if I'm dead. So hey,
it would break my heart to give Maya to anybody, but I get Maya and Jura. I guess. I mean, there's a few people now on the server that have seen Vandred, and I think any of them could really handle it. I don't know, Halo, for example, he's a big fan, and he was a fan before SPNati, so he might be the best candidate there.
One of the 7 people who had seen the show.
Yeah. Revi? God, I don't know.
I don't know if there are any big Black Lagoon fans.
Who's the person on the Discord with like the
Mystic,
most vitriol they need to get out? Yeah, I'm alive. Who on the Discord could like channel that inner fury towards the world to write Revi?
Who likes to swear?
Cog. Just give it to Cog.
Oh, that's it. Give it a Cog.
No, I'd really like to see how Cog manages to write Revi without the word fuck. He's never said it ever.
He doesn't type it, he just copies it from other lines.
Ooh. Does that count?
Oh,
Is that the loophole he's going to use?
I would say Namas, but like his lines tend to be a little too wordy for
her. I mean,
yeah,
Namas had the problem with when he was writing Cammy, where he's just like, I can't like insult people this much. It hurts me.
Yeah. I don't know. Yuri could probably do a good job since she's writing Gavril, who swears even more than Revi.
Yeah, Gavril's just like Revi turned up to 11, basically.
And I know she also likes introspective characters, so to give Revi a little bit of humanity, because she has Zoe the Millennial.
Are you okay with Revi never getting an update ever again, though?
Well, she is my adopted child, so I care about her less.
Ouch.
I'm sorry, but it's true.
Oh. That's bad, man.
Ryuko, well, I did work on her with Superfluous, but I know Namas was originally like the one who wanted to write her lines, and I'm sure like either of them could do a good job. That would be about it.
Wait, did you NTR Nmasp with the Ryuko update?
Are you just going to turn every single episode into me NTRing somebody?
Yes, it's required by law at this point.
I mean, I guess I'd rather be the fat, ugly bastard than the guy who gets NTR'd.
Yeah. Pick your poison.
If I had to choose between one of those two guys. Yeah. Really, it's just Maya dies with me.
To the grave.
I brought her out I brought her out of obscurity, and now she's gonna sink into the ground with me again. God, I love her.
This is a
I
man with
want
the
to be buried with her.
fortitude. I've actually talked about this on my very first time on the podcast, where I don't know why it came up, but I mentioned briefly that if I had to give Shimikaze away, I'd give it to either Viz or Door. Viz because he's the only other guy on the server who's played Kankale, and Door because she wrote Janetta, so it's just fitting that she gets another cute bunny girl to play with.
Kankole is a game?
Yeah, it's a game.
What?
It's a gacha game.
I thought it was a show.
It's also a show.
It has an anime, yeah, but it was a game first. Yeah,
There's a couple of other people who play it, right? But yeah.
Is Shimikaze
No.
the main poster girl for it?
Yeah, she's the one that usually comes to mind. So yeah, those are my options for Shimikaze. Odin's already written in my will for Remelia, so that's a given. If I die, I have to pass Sotmod back to Nessie, who will pass it on to someone else.
Hey.
And if I die and I have to give away my Anja work in progress, I honestly don't know. I only know a couple of people on the server who have watched Cross Anja, and one of them's Horse Killer, who's basically man, I hated that show. So I can't give it to him as much as I'd like to.
I mean, I'm planning on watching it.
Yeah. Sek watched the first couple episodes with me, and he never watched any more of it, so I guess he didn't like it either. I don't know, I'm kind of stuck in options. I guess if I die, Anja has to die with me. Oh boy.
Okay. Well, I guess I need to, alright, move things on. So, what's your second worst character?
Well,
I don't want to tell you how hard I had to think about this question because of the fucking double negative.
well, yeah, I only have one live character at the moment, so it's a bit hard to say. But if we're gonna include Vera, I would say that if we're just talking about my involvement with her, I think she is my second worst character. Because Corin, a lot of people like her, but she's old, very old, and I don't like her model, and I don't like a lot of her lines. So I'm very proud of the poses I did for Vera, the model especially. So I would say that Corin is my worst character, but I only have one actually live character, so yeah, hard.
You can't answer. Ouch. Yeah, well, I mean, I only have two characters, and I had to think second worst. How does that translate to me? I don't get it. Then I realized it meant which one's better. According to the popularity polls, Shimikaze is my second worst character. But I do like Remelia more. I the more I've worked on Remelia, the more I look back on Shimikaze and think, man, that was a mess. Even from the development side of things, Shimikaze's files are everywhere. The way I've written, the way I've structured her lines are really weird. I don't know. It's just, how did Shimikaze do better than Remelia in the feedback polls? Yeah, I don't know. I think Remelia is my second worst character.
Well, I'm the only one who has more than two.
Yeah.
Because Johan's dead. I think Jura and Revi are probably my strongest work. It's just full of the most personality. I mean, I definitely had help with Revi there because it wasn't originally my work. But I guess Ryuko, just because would be my worst because she's the least finished. Even if you think her art's good, which it's partially, I'd say mostly Superfluous's work there. It's Maya. In terms of my completed characters, I think she'd be the weakest. I think she has the most evidence of her my writing and experience. Just some of the organizational stuff. A lot of her generics, I think, just aren't very good, kind of bland, because I didn't really know how to show, not tell, a lot of her personality. And just general stuff that, like, I think there's a couple aspects of her character that I kind of didn't capitalize on that would have made her more interesting in the first place. Especially when she has to, like, talk to women, can't rely on, I don't know what a man is. Yeah, so just stuff like her, like, authority role, and, like, she would probably, like, I think I made her a little too, like, naive about, like, Earth things. Like, there's plenty of things that, like, she would video games are, for example. Like, they probably have that on Majera. And I think I made it a little too much like she's a space girl and not just like she's a girl from another planet. Stuff like how she would probably be a little more socially experienced than some of my lines suggested, because she has to, like, deal with a bunch, her underlings, all the rookies. And I could have done a lot more with that. So it's something I definitely want to go back and improve.
Yeah, like sometimes just looking back on older things you've done, you can just be really surprised at, like, wow, I did this and people thought it was good, but wow, what did I do?
Yeah. I look back at a lot of, like, old Maya. I'm like, how did anybody like this?
Yeah, it's like a really weird introspective thing to do. And as someone who's just, like, I didn't even update Ramilia's lines, but as I was working and updating through her, I'm just like, oh my god, man, how does this get through testing? How did I let this happen?
Yeah, I look at a line, I'm just like, Maya would not say that. It's just shitty. I
really
can barely
weird.
play with her sometimes. Just like, oh, I want to fix all of this immediately. But if you ever heard that, go ahead.
That's what I tried doing a lot with Corin. Like, just put her in a game and write down everything I want to change. But sometimes it's just everything. I'm like, ugh,
Yeah.
so much. I need to focus. But yeah.
Have you ever heard Stephen King and how he, like, refuses to read anything he's written from, like, 10 years ago? Because he just hates it.
To keep his sanity
That's
in
totally.
check.
I get that. I get that
Yeah.
so hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember way back, like 6 months ago or something, I made that first submod model as a sort of a challenge to myself. Like, hey, I can do this. And looking back on it now, it was really bad. But everyone really liked it. It's like I made this meme, throw in the chat. Like the model on the left, like it was praised a lot. And looking back on it now, it's like, Jesus, what did I do? It's terrible.
Looks pretty good to me.
Yeah, the one on the right, that's the new one. I'm very proud of that one.
Oh my god, she has robot hands.
Yeah, she does. They're a pain because I have to individually edit them all. But hey, it's fine.
It's the dedication you put forward for your waifu.
Exactly.
Oh, she has default boots.
She used to have default boots.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Now she's some nice edited in boots.
Exactly. Like, I have to edit the boots and the hand. Like, it used to be a lot more, so that's anyway.
Yeah, I totally just, like, how did this make it past sponsorship? I know nobody knows who the fuck Maya is, but, like, how did they find this appealing? All right. Are we good on that?
Yeah.
What is Namasp's third best character? Like 10 of them, so that's a legitimate question.
Oh
Yeah.
crap! I didn't answer this in my preparation.
What is this
I'll, like,
recent
quickly bring
trend
it
of
up.
just, like, third best, second best? Who
I think it's a running gag at this point.
Those are the ones you really
asking
have to
me
think
why?
about. Yeah, so I don't
I
know.
don't think about other people this hard. I literally just search for did anyone mention me today, and then I don't care otherwise. Me.
Okay, next time I'll just ask you 5 questions.
Yeah, that's it. It's the SPNanon cast.
I love everything
from now on.
about me and Maya, and everything else is just an accessory. And just a farm for more Maya lines, so she can sit atop her throne for all fucking eternity. That's my end game here. I don't care about anyone else.
I mean, you're pretty close to that already, so yeah.
This man's going places.
I want to put my hand on her butt. I don't think I made that clear.
I think that's an entirely noble goal, and there are no issues with that at all.
Possibly my face on her butt. You know, let's one step at a time.
Oh god!
Well, anyway.
Third best character. Jesus.
I like say the best.
Okay, so you can get that one out of the way.
You like her the best because she looks like Maya.
Well, yeah, she was the first character to target Maya, for one thing, and she eats her out in there. Which
what's not to love there?
Can two women show their love more than that?
No, I don't think it's humanly possible.
In Vandred, yes, because they can have a baby. But
Okay, where were we?
Oh, hey, yo.
Vandroid babies.
I was hosting the questions.
Thank you.
We're on Ma's third best character.
What? Where?
We're on
NMASP's third best character.
Who is it?
Oh god, we've made no progress.
Say is the best. I know that. Who's the second best? Let's just agree.
Let me just answer some questions. Kiyu for the first question. I like turtles. Yeah, they're cool. Almost all my projects are collabs. Mahir would obviously go to Cog. Amalia is already with Mouse, and Mahir is already with Cog. Kira's already with Zuja. Rinka to Superfluous User. Chiaki to oh god damn it. One sec. Sorry, just keep going.
Okay,
There he
Quick
goes.
as a flash.
bye.
Truly a
Here
Okay,
he
but-
goes
yeah,
again
but-
on his own. The only path he's ever known.
So
His
we're
second
putting
best
Say on
character.
first.
This fucking shit. I gotta find. I can't click him and all his characters are because he's always invisible.
Here you go.
This fucking guy.
Search it.
That's the list of his characters. So for those at home, it's Marinette, Futaba, 9S, Ochiko, Gwen, Sei, Natsuki, Mulan, and Coco.
Okay, well, Say's the best. Marinette's pretty good. Natsuki. I mean, a lot of people worked on Natsuki. Maybe Ochiko. Ochiko's nice and pillowy, and I want to rest my head on her butt
That's
Ochiko's
fair.
pretty good.
as a pillow,
I can accept that ranking.
completely platonically.
Yeah.
Completely.
I want both me and Maya to just use her as the
one
wedding bed.
cheek each.
We can just
Okay.
we can put our heads on each of her butt cheeks.
There you go. What a
I'd
nice
say-
bonding
Pillow.
moment.
I'd say 9S is probably my third favorite MS character.
9S just as a big middle finger to everyone who wants to be in the game.
Classic NMASP, which is just fuck with everyone.
Go with Ochiko.
Ochiko's a good pick.
I can accept that.
All right.
I guess we're in agreement then. Let's go.
To the next
Okay. What is the most dangerous combination of creators you can think of? Example: Yuri Space Pirates timelines, English second language spelling, etc.
See, when I first read this question, I thought it was like the highest power level combination of creators, but no, it's just like the
The
shittiest.
lowest power level possible.
one.
Well,
Okay.
I mean,
Could be a couple
just-
good options for this, but now they're all dead.
He who shall not be named.
Mm.
That's it. That's it.
In every category.
Yeah. Oh no. I don't want to speak ill of the dead, but it's too easy.
Well, he's not quite dead. He's still on the subreddit.
By a thread.
Mm. Even though he's banned from this podcast.
What isn't he banned from?
The subreddit. I don't know why. I think the mods are just secret sadists and they like watching a dead man walking.
Oof.
It's like
Wow.
it's like in a movie in like World War II movie when like a guy's fucking torso's blown off and he's still like dragging himself on the beach.
Okay.
His body's
Poor
in such
man.
shock that he doesn't realize how dead he is.
Just keeps clinging on to life.
Yeah. Well, do
So,
we have a legitimate answer?
Yeah.
well, I have an answer. I think if I understood the question right, like a pretty scary combination would be Yuri and Hex together.
a
Because
character that just never gets made.
yeah, but that's the trick. It would never get made, but the character would be really good. That's the thing.
We'll get little like droplets of their posing and dialogue fed to us.
Yeah, exactly. It'd be
Like
like,
we're on
oh my
life
god,
support.
please just bring this out. But no, never.
Yeah.
Every single screenshot Yuri posts of her whip saying like an out of context line, I'm just like, that'd be great. That never happens.
Then you go back to crying.
Boy, I love Yuri characters. Sure would like to have some.
They all look fantastic. We don't have any of them. I want fucking Pupuko and Pipimi.
Oh yes, please.
Oh, those are still a thing. Okay.
And I want them to masturbate for 30 minutes. So they can be like, our fucking masturbation timer ends 30 minutes from now.
That just be the only line after like 10 turns. Yeah.
Just 1,000 rounds.
Oh god.
Please no.
You could like you can put SPNati on autoplay and watch an episode of Pop Team Epic before they're done. Good stuff.
It's this is the unreleased episode.
Pop
Yeah,
Team
the
Epic.
Blu-ray special.
Ew. All right. Anyone else got anything to say, or should we move to the next question?
No, I'm all good.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's go.
What's your opinion on the Eco Threat SPNati?
Well, they brought me into the game, and that's why I make them now. So obviously I like them.
Yeah, you're pretty much the moderator of them, even though they don't really
There's
have
no such
mods.
thing as a...
Yeah, you don't moderate on 4chan.
I see everything that gets posted there. That's about all I can do.
You're also in charge of like yes.
I know when they're about to die.
Okay, Mystic, what are your thoughts on them?
I post on them sometimes. I'm gonna say this, and then everybody's gonna think they know. They can start recognizing me on 4chan. I do use it to shitpost a little bit. It's a little. So I love it. It's great. Just go there, vent for like 15 minutes, and then just go back to being Mr. Nazi moderator. No fun. It's good stuff.
Yeah, that's what I used it for as well, basically. Like I read it every once in a while. And just post it and post a shit post every once in a while. That's basically it.
Well, what
Like
else
there are sorry, what?
What else are you supposed to use it for?
It's my dearest hope that it's not just entirely filled with Discord users pretending we're all anonymous users and not recognizing any of each other.
It's very likely. There's a couple people I think I just recognize even if they're anonymous.
Well, okay, yeah, there's definitely
I'm
some
not
of
gonna
us
lie,
there. But I just really, really hope that it is at least bringing in some new users.
Yeah, I'm pretty
I'm
sure
pretty
there's a couple.
confident I can pick out all of Johan's posts.
I have a very distinct way of typing.
Yeah, you do.
I actively try to change my style of typing for 4chan. So yeah.
Sometimes I use it not to shitpost, and I'll generally say something like, "Hey, I'm Shimikaze's dev," or "Hey, I'm Remy's dev." But yeah, when I shitpost, I just shitpost.
I use it to sometimes like answer questions that are asked, or ask for feedback or stuff.
Yeah, so like answering questions, that's low key enough that they'll just do it seriously, basically. That's what they used to use the subreddit for as well, like the discussion thread. I just went in there to answer questions and then go on with my day.
I think there's definitely some anonymous users in there because I think they drove a lot of the anonymous feedback poll responses. That seems like the kind of thing 4chan users would do. But I don't know. As long as one new person found the game thanks to those, then I think they're doing their job.
Yeah.
I mean, I do think they're pretty successful because, I bump them sometimes, but I'm never
they're really active. Yeah.
I'm never constantly putting it on life support, and I've made this is the 8th thread I've made, and only one of them has died before it hit the bump limit. So.
Yeah, it's doing well.
Yeah. I can name all this. First one was February last year, and it was Lonely on Valentine's edition. Then it was April Fool's edition, and then there was one I forgot to name. That was the one that died.
Oof.
Then there's Sweaty Summer edition, Autumn Breeze edition, Spooky Scary edition, Jingle Bells edition, and now we're on Blizzard edition.
I love general threads naming sense of something edition. I think it's really neat, and it's such a 4chan thing.
Well, that's what they did in the old threads. I remember October 2017 was Pumpkin edition.
Yeah, it's old general threads do it, and I just love it. Love it.
All right, Johan just posted a meme.
It'll go up along with the episode. I'll edit that in. I do that now. I think the Echo threads are pretty fun. I think that they're a good way to reach out to people who don't bother with Reddit, don't bother with the Discord. I don't know if there's any way to quantify how many people that is, but I think that it's a nice thing to have.
Not unless people admit they're from Echo, which I think most people wouldn't, because it's not really in 4chan users' nature to identify themselves.
Yeah,
except you, I guess.
The reason why they're all anon.
Well, it was only after a while.
It's hard to be anon and then make a character. You gotta submit them to the Reddit. Anyway, do we move to the next question?
Sure.
Yeah, sounds fine.
Right. Who's your favorite sub 500 line character?
I had to pull up the list to answer this because they're all offline.
Yeah, I forgot all of them. The only one left is Kuruma. And she's not my answer.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so I skimmed the list. I'm like, oh god, who do I pick? My eyes went to Janetta. Janetta's over 500. Then I'm just like, what do I do? Then I found one, and it's great. So my answer is Snake Alice.
She's under 500?
I think according to the line count, she's at, where is it? What's her name?
Ali's
apparently she's at 474.
Well, damn.
Oh,
I
know.
That's a better pick than what I had. Yeah.
Yeah, go for that.
Wow, what the heck? There you go.
If you want to see
again?
Sorry, what?
Oh.
How many was Shantae at?
She was below
454.
500. Ryuko killed her.
I guess I put those two as my answer.
Ryuko killed 2 characters. That's how fucking beefy she was.
Nice.
Scissor blade, decapitation mode.
Absolutely.
2-for-1 special.
Well, I guess you could say Ryuko and Mako replaced.
Oh, there you go.
The other one was
Snake Alice and Shantae. Anyway, yeah. Yes.
Go on.
I really didn't expect Snake Alice to have below 500 lines. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
My other pick would be Scarlet Witch. That's mostly because she was one of my most played characters back when I just played the game. And it's her helmet and cape were the inspiration for me to finally start using hair pieces and belts and stuff for Corin's outfit. So that's why I really like her. Like I looked at her code and was like, wow, you can do a lot of stuff with keys. Then I made my current model not suck. Because my very first model didn't have any of that. That's a more personal thing. But yeah, Snake Alice was great. I want her back.
All right. Anyone else got anything to say?
Nope.
All right. Next question is, could you explain to us the steps behind making a character from start to
We could do a single podcast episode on making a character from start to
Yeah,
finish.
exactly.
First, join the Discord, because that's where all the dev discussion happens now. All of it.
Yep.
Subreddit Ghost Town.
Basically. Yeah, pretty much.
Download the offline version of it because it has the character editor, which you use to make dialogue and poses, and then it has piece of cake, which you use to make the character model. And from that point, you pretty much just have to ask other people how to do everything. There's the FAQ and help documents are woefully out of date.
Yeah, that's basically what it comes down to. Like you start with an idea, or you start playing the game first.
We really need like an updated like FAQ help document describing all this shit. But I'm too
or
lazy,
like a
so I don't
easy
wanna do it.
tutorial.
They were working
I
on
already made my
one,
character.
but
Care if other people just falter and drown.
we have the two people we make fun of for never finishing anything working on the how-to guide.
Oh god.
It's Yuri and Hex.
And they would make a great fight if they did it.
Yeah, but if they did it.
Never expect anyone on that island to finish anything.
Yeah, all of our most famous characters are British.
Well, Yuri's Scottish.
Yuri,
Meanwhile,
British
every
Empire.
character on the front page is American or made by an American.
Dang.
So what does that tell you?
Is this the power of patriotism?
It's the power of American industry.
Oh man. Feels Australian, man.
Americans get shit done.
All right. Anything else that's worth saying, or should we go on to the next one?
If you're thinking about making Waluigi, don't.
He's technically not banned.
If
Only
you're thinking about
Sonic.
making a character from Bandred, do it.
That's just like
He's right,
5,000 free lines for you. Yeah.
Right.
Just expect to get those replies.
Like I would honestly be intimidated to make a Vandred character at this point.
It's too hard to go up against
Same.
Spinanon.
Not even that. It's just like the expectation. I don't know. Yeah.
Hex was like I can make parfait, but I don't want to drag Spinanon down in the resorts. It was like, no, cute glasses girl. Shit, if you want to fucking tactically C4 the franchise in resorts, just make a male character from Bandred. Although that would be a pretty good niche, You have girls who don't know what men are, so just make man who doesn't know what women are.
Speaking of the resorts,
It's free line count.
Good transition to the next question. What character, besides your own, performed worse in the resort than you thought they would?
Say. She was getting, she streaming Chan on her back. Streaming Chan is getting updates now.
Streaming Chan update came just a little too late.
Implying that Namasp didn't specifically ask for that after the fact. So it would never happen
He totally
again.
did. There's no doubt.
Namasp is the fucking chess master.
wasn't there like a thing that said where they recently, like how much they fell or rose? Or am I mistaking something? Let's see.
I
Let me
mean,
just
like,
jump into the game real quick.
I can't see any like massive outliers that come to mind.
Like I think Elaine, whatever her name is, should be doing better. Like I get that she's not very popular and her model isn't all that appealing, but her dialogue's really good. I think. Like seeing that she's on like one of the last pages, and that's just. I don't think that should be the case.
The Overwatch
Definitely towards the
characters
end.
fell pretty far, or like Overwatch. I guess does Overwatch even have star power anymore?
Nah.
Not
A
really.
bit.
That's starting to get a bit old.
The
Okay,
Dark
at Odin's
Challengers girls, I'm
Come on.
surprised didn't do better.
I guess the one that stands out to me is Mia.
Oh
Mia's
yeah, she
all the
could have
way
done
on.
way better.
Oh man, she's stuck on like page 10 or something.
Well, yeah, but that's because of all the ult skins. So I don't know how that would have rearranged.
No, I mean
things.
like, hold on. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, she's on page 10. She's on page 10, but like ignoring the alt skins.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've got the Reddit post for the resort up because I can't use the in-game one right now.
I guess the JoJo's. I saw Kira holding them back. I didn't see it happening to the extent that it did.
I mean, they got a buff after we caught a problem with Kira's line count.
Yeah, but like even so, it was
Yeah.
Force was
Yeah,
aligned
no,
itself
I
with
agree.
Yoshikira.
Like especially like Jolene was on like the first or second page in the previous resort, right?
Yeah.
She was on
So
Kira all the way up to page 4. Because of like
Yeah.
monumental bullshit that like affected everyone below them.
Like, without Kira as a franchise, they'd be up like 4 or 5 pages at the very least.
I do feel a bit bad for that, actually. Like, I helped them back.
yeah, I feel that's what I thought Corin would do to the Fire Emblem group, but I ended up being pleasantly surprised with that. That's also why I want to update her so bad, and before the next resort, which is like in like 2 months, I think.
Yeah,
Uh,
I don't know, I can't remember.
They wanted to do it every 4 months, I think.
I
Maybe
think
even
they
longer.
said it would be in April, but I'm not sure. I don't know.
A resort during April Fools. That sounds poorly
No,
timed.
Fun. Reverse card.
Yeah. They're going to do an anonymous poll and they're going to release the results on April 1st. But the thing is, they won't release the poll.
It was never really anonymous.
Yeah, all characters are going to be in alphabetical order.
Yeah, that's the most objective way to do it.
Yeah, can't complain. Can't complain.
All right.
Another reason to make another Alice. Be really.
Gonna find a character whose name is like Aardvark or something.
Or Aaron.
Oh, there you go.
All right. Anyone else got anything to say, or should we move on to the next?
I think we're good to go.
I think we're good to go.
All right. Did you guys have a good day today?
I mean, yes. My day has been like 4 hours long.
There's been some shit going down, so that's for all of us, though.
I have
Luckily, that went down yesterday for me, so I can technically have a good day today.
I have had a day.
I've had a
You've been busy.
week. like my day was alright. Like yesterday, we actually recorded this yesterday, so yesterday was pretty good.
We recorded this yesterday.
Yeah, we recorded this on
Did
Friday,
the date
right?
change?
No, no, it's. I was making a joke about the fact that we set it back a day. Please. Anyway, no, but
they don't know that. They don't know that. Oh,
All right.
yeah, there you go.
Is there anything highbrow, refined, or artistic merit, or of artistic merit in making a character?
I didn't even know how to answer this question. What is it asking?
Depends what you think artistic merit is.
Is there honor and
This is like
dignity in
peak
this?
subjectivity right here.
I mean, there's plenty of people that think we're fucking like horny Redditors doing our fan fiction. Fan fiction
Wait,
erotic roleplay.
Yes,
It's not a wrong description. It's
yeah.
just inaccurate.
I do think
Yeah,
that. Oh, go on.
Well, like the question is like highbrow or refined stuff, and I don't think that would be the case. I don't really consider this highbrow or refined, but I would say that there's artistic merit. Like we're making things that don't exist yet. Basically, we're putting our own effort in making things, and I think that that's artistic. Like it's
Yes,
nothing
let's
you
make-
can't really show off, but it's you're doing stuff. You're making. You're being creative. At least if you're not stealing it, but hey. Like making models and writing dialogue, I think that at least carries some sort of artistic merit.
Yeah, it is a skill, and there's like
Yeah,
you can admire the work that goes into it, even if the product isn't, something that you can really share with many
Publicly
people.
display.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I think anyone who's like on this game is doing it because they really love a character and really want to touch their butt as well.
basically, yeah,
and not because they're looking to be lauded as an artist, because everyone's just the general public will just think you're a creepy sex.
Which deep
So
down,
no one's going
you
in with the
probably are.
expectation that it's going to improve their social standing, but by staying and writing hundreds or thousands of lines for their fucking anime waifu in a strip poker game, like
yeah. It's
be a
basically
sculptor if that's what you want.
yeah,
Or
it's
do
something
some
you're
shitty
doing for
modern art.
yourself. Yeah.
All right. Should we move
Has
on
no
to the next
porn,
question?
and you wish there was more porn, but you also wanted to not be a complete slut and give her nationality. This is the place for you. You want to be you want to be in the Louvre.
I mean, that's part of the story why I started working on Corin, just because she didn't have enough good art. I was like, hey, I can at least try.
All right. You guys ready to go on to the next question? Looks like we've got 5 left.
Yeah, sounds good.
Our podcast.
Yeah, this is nearly gone 3 hours.
This might
God.
end up being the longest one.
If you made a list
Right.
of your top 10 favorite characters that you didn't make, who would be your most surprising pick?
I have Angie, the Fire Emblem OC character. She would actually be on my top 10. I don't know why I like Angie, I just like her.
Yeah, she's good. Like
Yeah,
I want to see an update for her, but her writer just disappears for very long times.
yeah, big F.
I think like we were talking about Horse Killer's character earlier. Like Angie is a good example of what you can do with not that many lines. Like she has like 900, I think, but she's still good, playable, fine. She could do an update.
Okay. What about you,
No.
Mystic?
Megan. I'm trying. I think Chun-Li doesn't really get enough attention. I just really like her body type in general. I don't think her dialogue is anything amazing, but just Chun-Li's been always been one of those characters that I don't know. I really want to fuck her.
Attaboy.
Like tree trunks. So that's just personally appealing to me. Thick muscle girl with slender toned waifu.
What about you, Mystic?
I said Angie.
Oh, well, okay. What about you, Nessie? Is it also Angie?
For me, it would probably one of the Ruby characters. Like, I know that most of them aren't that great, but they are the mainly Wise and Blake are some of the characters I enjoy most, or have enjoyed most playing against. So it would probably be either of those two, or both of them, maybe.
Two?
Two.
Two, yeah.
I think that let's see here. I guess Pinky, since like she's not actually one of my favorite My Little Pony characters, but like every time I play her with a new character, I find a new line that I absolutely adore. Like I just played her with Mahir last night, and she called her Mahi, and I'm like, "Fuck, that's great."
Wow, Mahi.
Yeah, I get that with Pinky as well. Like, I didn't like Pinky at all in the show, but yeah, she's high on the list. Well, it's a really good character.
Okay. Pick two characters that have an interaction. Targets or forfeits. Would you like to see have full sex in an epilogue?
I have no idea. I thought about this for a while, but I wouldn't know what to answer.
Oh, I had an idea immediately. I just went Remy and Zizo. There you go. When am I going to make a dual epilogue for them?
What about you, Spam?
I believe I answered this already, and it's technically within my power, but Revi punches Maya, and I really just want that to continue, and to them furiously trying to top each other, trading or switching between punching each other and eating each other out, and just generally having very aggressive, sweaty lesbian sex on a locker room floor.
What a blessed epilogue that would be.
And that's what I want.
Oh man.
I guess.
And it just ends with the most intense 69 you'll ever see.
I guess besides the ones that I'm already having made, Chiaki and Futaba could be fun. But Nmasp said that he wasn't really interested in doing any more dual epilogues.
Yeah, MS had a bit of trouble with the epilogue engine. He wasn't a fan of it.
Chiaki and Futaba could be fun together. It sounds like a good idea, but yeah, if he doesn't want to do it.
Gamers rise up.
Yeah, exactly. That could be the name of the epilogue. Perfect.
Oh my god.
Alright.
Yeah, both Corins should have an epilogue together. Like, that's been a very long requested thing.
The Corrin self-cessed epilogue?
I'm not sure what we would do, but yeah.
Do they have lines for if they're playing with each other and the player is also named Corin?
No.
Oh great, now there are 3 of them!
You can do that now.
I remember
multiplying.
when like male Corin was still people were fantasizing about a dual epilogue with them where like they both suck the player's dick.
Oh boy.
Okay.
2.
Yeah, 2?
2, yeah.
I like the sound of it. Sounds great.
Alright. Do you think creators' standards for defining success are too high?
Ugh. Well,
This is like the most
It's a
topical
bit of a fresh
question
one.
you're ever gonna get.
we've had quite the bit of discourse over the last 12 hours on this issue,
I think for the sake of
and
everybody,
on the
we could
Discord, and
just-
maybe you should just read the SPNati General channel for the full rundown on that.
I think let's just real quick, yes or no.
I think yes. Do I need to explain why? Or
No, there's plenty of. We've already gone so long.
Yeah.
Let's just keep
I don't know
this
if I can
brief.
make a blanket statement on this question, yes or no. Not really. I'm gonna go with no, I guess.
Ben, what about
I
you?
would say no.
I would also say no.
yay.
Right.
I'm all alone.
Goodness.
If you
Well,
want,
I made the worst character, so hey.
Oh, feels bad.
not even close.
I'm working on it, it's fine.
Well, it's funny that, maybe we're interpreting this question wrong. It's not necessarily quality, it's just defining success.
Yeah, that's how I answered it as well.
So,
Like, I think a lot of people are way too hard on themselves, even if they're making good stuff.
so what is success? Is that like front page on the roster?
I think that
I think, like,
definitely
I
varies
think it's-
between
I think
person
it's
to person.
Yeah, I don't think you can define success generally like that. Like,
I think
success is when
success
you
for me
accomplish
is
the
more
goal you want with your character.
if someone likes Maya and Jura enough, for example, or Revi or whoever, to check out Vandred or whatever source, that I think was that's exactly what I wanted. Is that I not only did I make that character appealing enough that they would go see it, but then they would actually like the show. And I made a fan, I made a new friend. It's someone else I can talk to talk to them about the show. So that's success to me.
And like your success does, like someone else's success doesn't even have to be as lofty as that. Like if a person plays my character and they feel like they haven't wasted their time or a table position, there you go. I've done my job.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I think as well. But there's a lot of people who like just think that everything they're doing is bad, even though they're doing great work. And they should just be a lot less hard on themselves. And I think too many people are too hard on themselves. At least that's the idea I'm getting.
All right. Anyone else got anything to say?
No, I think
No,
we
that's
covered
our
it.
case.
Yeah.
All right. Do you think that knowing authors personally improves or worsens the experience of playing their characters?
It really depends on why you are playing the character, I think. I think that knowing someone makes it. Wait, I didn't write this down. It sucks, but okay. I think that knowing who made the character makes it easier to appreciate some of the work that went into it, and also helps in like seeing the process, which is something I like. But part of seeing the process means it's less of a surprise what happens, and the whole sexy part is a bit played down. Like I think that since I started developing for this game and started interacting with the community, like the game has just become a lot less sexy, basically. I think that's the trade-off. Like it improves the experience. Fuck. I should have written this down. I'm sorry. Like okay. Never mind. Move on. I'll get back to it later. Maybe someone else.
Just start writing up your script now.
Yeah, I'll start writing my thesis now. I really should have done.
I do get the whole, why are you playing the character? I think that's just about it. Like, I know, for example, when I play Horse Killer stuff, because Horse Killer is ESL, and he gets his stuff proofread by a lot of people. But I appreciate Horse Killer's writing a bit more because I know English isn't his first language. Generally, there's not really many ways to detract just from knowing the person. If I knew some SPNati devs in real life, then maybe I'd have a little bit of a problem playing their characters sometimes. But just the podcast doesn't count. So yeah, I think generally it'll improve it, but it's not like, oh my god, because this is HK's work, I am like forever in love, even though I am. It's not just because it's HK's work.
Yeah, no, I think that's a good point. Like, we don't know each other in real life, and that makes it a lot easier. But if there were people working on this game that I knew in real life, then it would feel very awkward for me.
Yeah,
that's
whoever
another reason why
this question. If you can get NMASP and Napsu on, re-ask them this question. Yeah. I think that'd be interesting.
Yeah, that'd be a good one.
Oh god, did they use that as like foreplay?
Oh god.
She's cosplaying Natsuki.
Oh, that's...
And read those Kizuna lines.
Hey, next time you want to completely kill your boner, play Rinka and just like imagine Johan's voice saying all the lines.
Rude.
Yeah, I mean, I think this just more broadly, this comes down to seeing behind the curtain a little bit and knowing how the game works and knowing the dev history of all the characters and how they got there and all the drama that might be associated with them. It's you're never going to recreate the magic that you had the first time playing the game and not really knowing how it was all working and just seeing some of your waifus strip. But that doesn't mean I don't think you can't enjoy it after that. I think like if all you do is like play testing characters now, like try playing some of the more refined characters that are like finished, and I think you'll rediscover how fun the game can be. And then every time I think that like it's kind of boring, they're just talking, the tits start coming out. I'm like, all right, this game's pretty hot still. I mean, me at least. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's how little porn Vandred has, but seeing Maya get naked again, just I'm like, all right. I'm glad I'm still here. I still enjoy this game.
I wouldn't call it a step forward or a step backwards once you begin to know more members of the community on a personal level. I call it a step sideways. It's just a different experience at that point. In some ways, it can be better because, like, oh man, this guy who I'm friends with, I can see they've put a lot of love and passion into this character. But at the same time, when it's not as good, and but it's somebody who you like, it can be like a little disheartening, like because you don't want to tell your friends that you don't like what they've made. So in a lot of ways, it can be more rewarding and be a little more challenging. But
yeah, you're never going to see it quite the same way.
Yeah,
because it used to be like, oh my god, my waifu's in this game, I want to strip, and now it's just like, I know exactly who made this, and I knew it was coming. It was like, oh look, they finally dropped, but I saw them being made. So some of the magic is gone, but it's replaced with a different kind of appreciation.
Yeah, step sideways is a good way to put it.
The last question is, when it comes to shy characters, what do you find as a boner killer?
Crying.
Big of this.
Yeah, I can second that.
Yeah, me too. Just completely not wanting to be there. Then, like, they can just leave, right? We're not holding them captive.
Yeah, they should never like want to leave, because then it raises the question, like, why don't they just leave?
Yeah, or just do it like the Florina way, like run away but come back.
Leave and then think of an interesting reason to bring it back.
They can want to leave, but they should have another reason there that's also consensual, that they want to stay even harder.
Yeah,
don't keep them there against their will, the poor things.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Well, it's not
3
quite
hours.
3 hours.
No, I think it's exactly 3 hours.
Oh, shit.
Great.
Yeah, we're
And
a
I've
couple
got-
minutes off, but you know.
Ready for work pretty
God,
much.
and we were supposed to have more people on this podcast.
Imagine.
I mean, Johan was dead for a few questions, and we still went 3 hours.
Yeah. Well, you
Got a
know.
lot of questions, yeah.
God, how many of them were
E?
E? What if we had to
Is that the
answer
metric
E
we're going to
questions
use?
as well?
Or like, when you really want to think about how many questions we got, we look for the E's.
Fanan, thanks for joining me, and thanks for taking over when I had to jump away.
Oh, you're welcome. It's my pleasure, Johan.
Mystic, Nessie, thanks for coming on and being guest. It was fun having you, even if I had to jump away for a bit.
Yeah, it was fun.
Great time.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
And thank you, the listener, for, listening. See you next time, everybody.
Yeah,
Bye-bye.
smoke weed every day.